Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Oh, W Timothy and the big chat. Of course, it's going to be a great day, guys. It's going to be a fucking awesome day. And Artemis for complimenting my hard work and effort that I put towards my thumbnails. I put vidIQ into slavery, and they make my thumbnails now. And man, let me tell you something. It's worth the money. It is worth the money. That vidIQ slave, man, that is worth the money. Only got to buy a new one every month. You know, it's going to be a good day, guys. Oh, it's going to be a great day. Oh, huge, massive, gigantor announcement. Trump dropped and redacted a full-scale investigation that was done on voter fraud yesterday. That goes all the way back to the Obama administration. That's right. Big, awesome news. They actually found voter fraud. And they fully unredacted and released all the investigative information that they have. So, per the usual, another Trump W, I guess. Hopefully now, pushing voter ID will be more and more likely. I need the playlist. There's no reason for not having voter ID. Everyone agrees with it. The only racist people are the Democrats. Why is that? Also, before we get started, I have this beautiful video that I stumbled upon this
If
morning.
you resist lawful orders,
Shh. I know. Be silent. I found this amazing, beautiful video about Elon Musk today, where the View is trying to tarnish our great king.
Holy shit. He said what?
What is Elon Musk doing with his money? He's about to become a trillionaire.
He is a trillionaire. Yeah,
Where's
he's a
that money? He
trillionaire.
could save a few countries with that money.
Yeah, he could. That's
Is he
true.
going to? No.
No.
People who have that much money, it's like, what do you think, you're going to live
His
forever?
face, bro, you could see the cogwheels turning in that brain. He's like, I'll do you one better, Karen.
Line, come on.
Wait, so a few points, Joy. Less than 0.1% of Elon's total net worth is actual cash sitting in the bank. That's around 1 or 2 billion at most. The rest of it, meaning 99.9% of it, is pure stocks and ownership in his companies like SpaceX, Tesla, and others. Now, those companies have created over 160,000 direct jobs, over 600,000 indirect jobs through their supply chains, and well over 500,000 more induced jobs from broader economic activity. So if we do the math, at least 1 million people globally are able to put bread on their table thanks to the jobs that Elon's companies created. Now, on the other hand, you, Joy, you are worth $30 million. And unlike Elon, you haven't created any jobs. You're not a founder or owner of a scalable company. And so most of it, if not all of your $30 million, is actual money ready to be spent. $30 million, that is generational wealth. And as you just said, are you going to live forever, Elon? Are you going to live forever, Joy? Why aren't you giving away your money? With just, I don't know, 1/3 of it, you could probably feed 3,000 people
darling.
for an entire year. Like in your situation, in terms of cake, that would be cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cake for life. So, Joy, $30 million. When do you start your giveaway?
Hold them personally accountable, and they will roach out every single time. It's all talk, big dog. All right, let's get into some games, shall we? I got my bag of pickles. Ooh, what the heck is this? Dude, this looks crazy. What is this? Nature of Dread? Oh, Jesus, this looks cool. What?
Fear not the arrow that flieth by day, nor the pestilence that stalketh in darkness. Nor the plague that
Festering
destroyeth
ugliness.
at noon.
Bro, low-key, this looks like Resident Evil. This looks almost like a 1-to-1 for, like, Resident Evil. Like, what?
Let thy heart be as stone within my grasp.
This looks amazing. How's it going, Tay? Trey? Morning, Trey. Morning, Jim. Morning, Hillbilly. Allison, morning. Tanya, morning. Nathan. Been a while, Nathan. What you been up to, man? You been hiding, our lady. Morning, Allison. We got God the Fish. Morning, God the Fish. Hope everybody doing good. I completely forgot about that this morning. Morning, Sticks. Morning, Two Worlds. W Nathan for the 6 jewels for the chili this morning. I see 2 chilies in there already. W Artemis as well. I think that's everybody so far, right? Yeah, W Chitter Chatters. Y'all are awesome. Keep it up. Love seeing y'all. W. I'm gonna call you Jim Dean because that's what your name looks like. Jim, your name looks like Jim because it's Jim Day. I'm gonna call you Jim Dean. I like your name.
The great day is near, a day of trouble and distress.
Oh, and morning, Darling Winters as well. She's over in the Twitch chat. Huh? No more green names, huh, Wade? No? Most people in the chat have green names. Tanya Sticks, Allison... I thought there was another person. Oh, there's a lot of green names. Yeah, Darling's one. It could just be the phone janking out of the actual video. This looks good, by the way. This video looks good. This game looks good. Oh, what the hell? The graphics look awesome. Like, what? The music is awesome. Yo, like, what? I'm gonna play this game. Oh! Oh! Oh, the house is moving! Play this game now. What? What? Was the intended way, but Jimmy Dean is a delicious brand of bulk sausage. It is. I would say that Jimmy Dean is like the best brand of bulk sausage. I mean, are there any like that contenders other than like maybe like some small company that no one really like knows yet, you know? I'm sure there's a what is this? Oh, Daisy, I don't give a shit. Graft? Oh, this is that one weird game, right?
Hey, remember how we met? You were sitting there on your bike and you just had to talk to me. You said seeing me, you felt a shock. And I said, no, not again. Wake up. Come on. Stay with me. There we go. Yeah, it's me. You're safe. I mean, not safe, but... No. You promised you could handle these changes. Listen to me. You have to slow down. You're slipping away. I don't even know who you are anymore. You don't know who you are.
I don't like the actual gameplay. Not my cup of tea. Storage Hunters, Virtual Fighter. Some games got launched yesterday. It seems like a lot of games that I won't touch, but oh, this one looks really cool. I want to see this one. This is the Tank Sim one. Here we go. This one looks really, really, really good. You play as... Oh, are you just making them? I thought this is the one where you actually, like, fire the tank and stuff. Is it not this one? No, I guess not, huh? Oh. Oh, no, no, this is the other one. This is the one where you're inside of this big, turret on, like, a mountainside. And you launch every now and then, right? Yeah. Okay. It's that one. Oh, man. Glory to Castle. That's fun. Not really seeing any. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We got a new trailer for Wolverine. Oh, let's go. I'm super hyped for this game.
I've lived long enough. It's all started to blur together.
Damn!
Every fight. Every death. Trying to hold on. I can feel it slipping away. Left except rage.
Yo, it's coming out in September, boys. Yo, we got a release date. We have us a release date. Let's go. That was super hype. W trailer. It looks like... No way. Well, you Star Wars fans. The hell with it. We'll let the music play. Man, there's even talk, Asmon obviously talked about it last stream that he was on. He wasn't on yesterday, so we don't really have any Asmongold videos today, but he talked about how people were saying that his room was going to be in the Power Wash Simulator. It's not going to be in Power Wash Simulator, but it would be funny. This looks really cool. I thought that thing would be bigger. There you go. You Star Wars fans out there can geek out and nerd out about that. There you go. Oh, by the way, unfortunately, I'm going to have to start going out. I'm going to have to start rolling up out of here back at 11:30 because with the new changes, I've had to start editing my videos slightly different, and it's taking more time now. So much so that I'm being pushed into like the 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. range, which is definitely outside of my scope. I try to be done before my fiance gets home, but you know, that hasn't been happening lately because of the new editing that I'm using on the videos, which, by the way, I think is working. So I'm gonna go back to rolling up out of here at 11:30 until I can get accustomed to the new editing that I'm doing for the videos. unfortunately, and I'm back to square one. I was finally getting to a point where I was going to be able to, stay longer, but unfortunately, that's just not the case anymore. And it sucks because I really liked the flow that I had. But we must grow, we must change, evolve, and overcome our obstacles the best way we can. And that's what I feel like might work out a little bit better. So
It's 2,000 years
I'm
into
sure it'll only be for like a year until the algorithm changes again and it screws me over.
the future with barely any semblance of humanity other than the robots they created and perhaps a few survivors who've scraped by in a post-apocalypse. A blight has swept the overgrown land, and living creatures have gone feral with a zombie-like virus where tree roots sprout from their bodies and make them hostile. But Emma, she's a little
Let's hold off on this trailer. Or not this trailer, this little gameplay section. I've actually seen this game. This game is actually really fun. I've seen this game before. I've seen streamers
we are
play this.
Handwerk, the developer collective behind Wanderburg. Today, we are excited to give you an exclusive sneak peek at a brand new biome and the enemies waiting for you inside. Welcome to the desert. Now, every great game needs a desert level, right? But for Wanderburg, we asked ourselves, how would a moving fortress actually adapt to this terrain? Scorching heat, shifting sands, and brutal sandstorms means engines have to evolve to stay on top of the food chain. To battle the grinding desert floor, your enemies have ditched their wheels and grown legs. In the desert, you'll encounter entirely new threats, like galloping fortresses, walking hammer towers, and giant mobile cannons. And if you manage to survive long enough, you'll face the unique bosses of this harsh environment, like our friend, the Rusty Knight. Before we go, we want to say a massive thank you to our community. We can't wait to finally put the full game into your hands. If you want to support us, please join our Discord, try the demo, and wishlist Wanderburg.
W developers. Let me make sure that we're not missing anything. What is this? Oh, what? What definition is this? Wait, what? What even is this? Why does it look like that? What? Huh? What is this? Pre-recorded footage gameplay? There's not even any gameplay in this. I don't know about this game. I want to see actual gameplay. I don't know about that. I don't trust that. Feel like that video is gonna give my computer, my desktop, like a virus or something. Oh, Power World? Yeah. Dude, Power World's been going ham. Everybody's been playing Power World. The new update, like, holy crap. Okay. Now we can watch
different. She's the protagonist in Beast of Reincarnation and is able. It's 2,000 years into the future with barely any semblance of humanity.
Bro, that looks like a Star Wars Walker thing.
Other than the robots they created and perhaps a few survivors who've scraped by in a post-apocalypse. A blight has swept the overgrown land, and living creatures have gone feral with a zombie-like virus where tree roots sprout from their bodies and make them hostile.
We're gonna probably talk about it on Fox. Asmon wasn't live yesterday, and to be quite frank, it was way too late for him to watch it anyway. But I want to see if I can dig up information about it on Fox. And I think Decoy, we have a Decoy video, and we also have a Nick Shirley video, but it's not about the address. But yeah, Trump dropping the unredacted voter fraud stuff is insane.
But Emma, she's a little different. She's the protagonist in Beast of Reincarnation and is able to wield this virus as a superpower where her hair can create platforms to jump off, boost her into the air, and attack her enemies.
We kind of already seen this. We already seen like bits and pieces of that, so let's just move on. This game looks really good. World War I.
Rated mature.
I don't know if I should be watching that. I'm off. I don't want to deal with another Twitch suspension. I mean, YouTube suspension. I mean, them and their stupid ass firearm policies, bro. It's so stupid. This game looks really good. What the heck? That's what the Souls like. This is a snapshot of some of the 80 bosses in the game. Holy shit. There's 80 bosses in this game? This kind of looks like Elden Ring. They need to, like, they definitely need to work on the white balance for this, for sure. Something is just off with this. I don't know what it is, but, like, I can't tell a single piece of foliage on the ground. Fast, aggressive combat loop with a massive world for your character to explore. Gaming Bolt. I don't care about games journalists. But start putting up like streamer names. I want to see streamer names from now on. I don't really like games journalists that much. Let's start doing like streamer names instead. Right? Like everybody knows that games journalists are like paid and bought off and stuff. What? The combat looks nice, too. It doesn't look clunky. It looks very Elden Ring-esque. I would definitely play this. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at that sword. Oh! That is an annoying enemy. This looks really good. I don't have a single complaint for what I've seen so far. This looks really well, I mean, other than, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know why it looks this way. Like, you can see this, but everything else is just blurred. And is it the quality? No, it's HD. I don't know if it's, like, the recording or what. It just doesn't look right. But the combat looks exceptional. The combat looks amazing. I have no complaints about the combat at all. The weapons look really cool. The bosses look insane. I think this looks amazing. Okay, that's everything for that. We got us some more Paraz, boys. I started watching it this morning, and I was like, no! I can't!
Hey, did you know Wolves and Ravens could be best buddies?
Bro, I knew I liked you, dude. Come here.
Yeah, and when I say friends, I don't mean they wave at one another while crossing the streets. No. I mean they have a fucking symbiotic relationship.
Really?
Ah, Venom.
You see, ravens are scavengers, which means part of their food source is picking dead bodies clean that are left by other predators. And ravens are also...
I love that he uses Doc as, like, the predator, dude. It's hilarious.
Very smart. And they're smart enough to know that one of the best sources of these leftovers is following around a wolf.
Y'all want to know something really funny? Hold on. So Dr. Disrespect had a predator hunting grounds. He had a predator hunting grounds skin that where you could play as Dr. Disrespect in Predator Hunting Grounds as the Predator, right? And then he kind of outed himself for actually being a predator, for allegedly, you know, having inappropriate messages with an underage person, allegedly. And that's the reason why he got permabanned on Twitch. And he kind of outed himself on X, right? So, like, it kind of all didn't age too well. Let's just say that. It really didn't age well.
That process along, the Raven turns itself into a fucking surveillance drone. See, in order to help the wolves out, they will fly up into the air and use their Google Maps view to locate a succulent, defenseless meal. And once they find Bambi, the Raven will start spam pinging the fuck out of it, circling it, and flying back and forth between the wolf pack and their Disney meal, all while screeching at the top of their lungs, "He's down here!" The wolf pack will then take the hint their feathered friend is trying to give them, walk over, and, cancel the Bambi sequel.
Damn. Damn.
Which then allows the Raven to pick at the leftovers. Kind of like the broke mate who asks if you're going to finish that. It's not just a work friendship though. No. Ravens babysit wolf pups. They are the animal equivalent of the guy who is not related to you at all, but your kids still call him uncle.
That's kind of crazy.
Ravens have been seen playing games with wolf pups. They use sticks to play tug of war, playfully swoop the pups and get them to try to bite, and they even play fucking tag together. I'm not gonna lie, that's gotta be one of the cutest things that naturally occurred. I could make a fucking kids cartoon out of that.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Hey, did you know wolves and ravens?
That's insane. New daily dose of the internet. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. This is your daily dose of internet.
W daily dose of the internet. Hell yeah. Sandland? I have not seen the game Sandland. Schladoop. Boop.
This fast food delivery driver ended up in the middle of a police chase, but that didn't stop them from delivering their order.
Yo! You mad as hell.
Wait. Be careful though, we don't want to go.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I'd be chasing his ass down. I'd be beating the hell out of him. You kidding me?
Be careful though, we don't want to go.
Whoa!
I guess this referee really...
Yo! What the hell did she do?
Wait. Be careful though, we don't want to go.
Damn!
I guess this referee really had a close eye on the game.
Oh! What kind of penalty is that? I don't watch football. I feel like that's a pretty hefty penalty, huh? Like a tackling the ref? That's, bro, that guy's defense is outrageous. That guy's defense is insane. What the hell was this dude doing? Like, why was the ref there? He should have known that wasn't gonna, like...
My password?
What's your password, Louis?
My password?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand, okay?
Okay.
I've never done it before.
Oh.
Well,
This guy really had the best seat in the house.
Get ready, my friends.
Oh my God.
Wait, I thought it was. What? Why is there water? That is the best seat in the house. Like what?
Y'all have that one tool that just makes you happy. Let me show you the tool that makes me happy.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think I could have that in like a garage. I'd be sitting out there for hours doing that. You kidding me? Bro, I wouldn't even show up to stream. I'd just be sitting there playing with that thing.
We just lost power.
I'd be trying to make it do all kinds of different notes.
So I figure.
Oh.
I'll show you my
Sounds like a
favorite tool.
metronome. Now that's a sport. Hold on now. Oh!
This whole town got together to celebrate this woman's 100th birthday.
Yo, W community. It's so creepy to see ravens and crows talk like that. I don't think it's crows, ravens. Because, like, the way they move their beak, it kind of surprises you that a voice comes out. Oh, oh, oh. Nice!
She was on a flight that went past Miami and managed to get footage of this thunderstorm unleashing a massive curtain of rain over the airport.
Look at that.
This has got to be the weirdest way to demolish a tower.
I hope there was no one in that, right? There's nobody in that. Oh no, they've got it attached to the side of this car. That actually looks like a ton of fun. They should have left it alone if it stood. Here's my philosophy. If you run a truck into a tower like this and nothing happens to it, you should just leave it alone. Just let it stay there. It earned its place, you know? Oh. Damn!
Oh my god.
Bro, she's miles above everybody else there. There's no way. There's literally no way.
Guys, I could jump up pretty high. Look at this. Look at this.
God damn, bro's built like the damn Hulk. Look at that. Look at those cheeks, boy. Like, damn. Bro's all beef.
That's straight levitation.
Увидели арт-объект на сайме. Никогда здесь не были раньше. Зеркальный лес называется.
That is freaking creepy, bro. Like, what? There's just a forest that has, like, these mirror boxes in the middle. Dude, I don't like that at all. That creeps me out, bro. I don't like that. That's so weird. Like, what? Bro, look at him. That's a happy boy. Oh!
I'm no mechanic, but I'm pretty sure it's not meant to do that.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. You weren't kidding.
Whoa.
Holy.
Whoa! Sounds like damn gunshots. Damn! Bro, I would be sticking shit right there. I would be throwing Coke cans right there. I would be putting, like, boxes there to see what would happen. Dude, like, I would have hours of entertainment from this. You have no idea the amount a dude's mind can go through when he sees something like this. I'm already thinking of stuff that I could put right here. I'd put, like, maybe a brick or something right here. Put some, like, fireworks right there to see if it lights them or something. Damn, bro.
Never seen. I don't even feel correct calling this.
Bro, you just get real mad. Someone driving up to you that's got road rage, and then you just whip out a gun, right? That's not. It's like a toy gun, and then you just hear.
Another scene. I don't even feel correct calling this a tree. Not a single branch shooting off. And then it's I can't look.
Oh, you're a badass. Okay. Get it! Oh, he almost didn't stick that. Oh, 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 oh! Yo, when you got the strength, but gravity doesn't. It's not bolted. That's a liability right there. Oh, you know what? That's not even how the machine's supposed to be used. He should have stood on top of these or like held it down, you know? Oh! Nice catch though.
Some oxygen.
Bro, we got the damn birds falling out of the air from the lack of oxygen, bro. Oh, that's cool. Bro just got blasted.
My favorite clip this week was this absolutely awesome video of some
Dude, his shirt is amazing. I don't even like dinosaurs, but his shirt is awesome. It's collared, too.
guys finding a T-Rex tooth.
I was working through this layer with my shovel, and I haven't found a lot. And finally, I felt a little tank. That's the back of a T-Rex tooth.
He found a T-Rex tooth.
Right here. Already got some glue on that crack. Let's see if it's all there. Oh, man.
Wow.
Whoa.
Get
nice.
Jeez. That might be the tooth of the site so far.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Mama. Look, he wants a bite. Let's go get him a bite. Oh, we don't have anything for you.
He's like, hey, yo, check this out. You got anything for me? Yo, what is this door? What? Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that door. What? Bro's a minx, like. Oh, hi, little guy. Aren't you just the cutest thing in the world?
Yeah.
You want a friend?
My gingerbread house.
Beautiful.
What are you doing?
There's a lot going on.
What the actual fuck? You know what? I don't hate it. I could do that. There's one thing that I would do differently, though. Instead of just sitting there, is that even a real baby? That's a real baby. That has to be. Instead of doing that, what he should have done is stuck the nipple through the gorilla boobies and then breastfed the baby. That's the one thing I would have done differently. That's the one thing.
I don't see it.
These guys were really hot on vacation, and they had an ingenious way to solve it.
How do you even get a piece of ice this big?
You're not getting that back.
오, 야, 얘 진짜. 우와. 오. 야, 그 옷 입고 하니까 더 멋있다.
Damn, she's really good at that.
우와.
Wipe the saucy grin off your face.
We're staying at a place in Italy. It's so beautiful. It is absolute.
What the hell? Bro, you ordered like a storage unit. Like, what is this? Bro, like the hallway is great, but you're kind of missing like the extra 3 feet of your room, huh?
This place in Italy. It's so beautiful.
Like, what is even the midsection to this? Like, what? There's like a whole like room right here in the middle. Oh, I see what happened. They've got these butted up together because these over here are like super close. Okay, that makes sense.
It's so beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's small, but hey, I mean, you have an open window, 2 beds.
What the hell is that? Bro, you don't even have, like, is there not a toilet in here? This bathroom doesn't even have a toilet. Why do you even have the shower? You could have saved room. Well, then you would have to deal with public. I feel like having to take a shower in public is completely different than using the bathroom in a public restroom. But, like, that's insane.
A shower.
Look, I don't know about y'all, but if I go to a hotel like this, I would want to see somebody inside of the hotel bathroom, like a woman for the woman's and a man for the man's. Kind of like what you see in, like, club bathrooms sometimes. You'll have somebody that sits there and he's got, like, little soaps and he's got, like, hand sanitizer or something, right? He just sits there and he hands out towels or whatever, right? And he just kind of, like, sits in the bathroom next to the sinks. And I would rather go to a club and or a hotel that has somebody whose designated job is to just sit in the bathroom and make sure that everything stays clean. I would feel much better if I stayed in a hotel that had that as opposed to one that didn't, even if it had showers in it, because I would feel way more comfortable with that, knowing that, you know, there's a possibility that after every time someone uses the bathroom there, he goes and checks to make sure that there isn't crap all over the place, you know? So, I don't know, it's just a personal preference. But man, these beds have got to be the smallest beds I've ever seen. Like, you roll over and you're, like, eating the floor. Like, how do you, like, dude, if you're an American, don't go here. You gonna get cooked. You're gonna have, like, you're gonna be leaning off both sides of that bed. Nice. Yo, that is so deep. It's not even that deep. Wait. Just because he doesn't want to get his shoes wet?
This might just be some of the best drone footage I've ever seen.
That is so cool. That is beautiful. This almost looks AI. I'm not even gonna lie. This looks AI. Boom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I hate having a long name because it's like nobody even give a damn about you. Nobody even give a damn. Like, bro.
Oh, the N is inside of the, like, that sucks. Why wouldn't they just do it on another line? That is so crap.
You couldn't.
And it's so hard to see it too. Like, what?
Nobody even give a damn. Like, bro, you couldn't have spaced it out.
That
like,
sucks.
dang.
Sit.
Roast beef?
Twilight.
View dance challenge?
Doc Martens.
Candy Marie?
This might be the goofiest wedding ever.
Marriage.
Oh, God.
Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream.
Bro, I'll bet these two are the goofiest people at that wedding, too. You know they wanted this.
That blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream.
Sorry, I just had to pull over randomly because I saw this on the side of the road.
That tree's giving a pole dance. I can't believe it, man. We got nature. We so corrupted, we corrupted nature. Damn. That is, that's certainly something, ain't it?
What? What is happening? This is a whole tree hug. Dang, or is it tree jujitsu? It's tree jitsu. He got him in a headlock and an armbar. And took his head off, dude.
This laser weeder can
The
identify.
hell is she talking about jujitsu? What the hell is she talking about? Just look at the tree. This looks like an arm wrapping around the pole. This looks like her, the feet, right? And this looks like a stripper pole. Like, is she talking about jujitsu? And I'm like, wow, you can really tell the difference in mentality there, can't you?
And Took his head off, dude.
This laser weeder can identify and eliminate weeds without chemicals, herbicides, or soil disruption.
Handland was from the guy that made Dragon Ball. Huh. I'll have to look at it. Damn, so that actually burns out the weeds.
What are you doing? Can I help you?
Why do you have a golden blow-up doll? I mean, not blow-up, I'm so sorry. Balloon animal.
What
is she talking to? Oh! Hi!
I don't know what's happening, but I want to be a part of it.
That's insane.
Wife's dishcloths. I'm gonna make this as obvious as humanly possible for you all to see. I'm gonna do this very slowly, because when it's done slowly, it'll be impossible. You should see the bottle up close. 1 second. You can still see the bottle? Good. I'm gonna go back again. I just wanna make sure you can see it. I'll do this very slowly. I'll wrap around the neck of the bottle.
Okay.
Trap the bottle.
There's not a bottle in there. There isn't a bottle in there. That's just the top of a bottle. I can tell because your hand is a fist right now. You kind of screwed it up.
It's very slowly. Watch.
There's also no bottom. Like, there's not something that is noticeable here. There's no outline of it.
Trap the bottle. And do this very slowly. Watch. And the bottle vanishes.
Hi, Pearl. Hi. Did you have a good day? Did you have a good day? You did?
You wrong for doing that. You know you wrong for hyping that dog up like that. That dog about to urinate everywhere, bro. You hyping that dog up. That dog going crazy.
Did you have a good day? Did you have a good day? You did?
He's not letting age stop him from playing on the trampoline.
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be 75 doing some stupid shit like this. I'm gonna have people going like, how are you still alive? And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. Damn.
Lift it up.
Oh my god!
Cow.
What is it?
Oh, that's nice.
Is that a fish?
You got a good brisky there. Oh my gosh, and a couple good mayos too. Look at these.
Guys, you gotta look at this. The end of the rainbow is TJ Maxx and Home Goods. Look how Gorgina and Ross. It ends at Ross and Trader Joe's.
He's managed to make music out of glasses.
What? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. He's actually got like little diodes hooked up to these so that way whenever he plays the tune, it like shocks the pan and stuff and the glasses. This is awesome. I wonder how long it took him to make this. This is awesome. Oh, and he can control the intensity of the electricity based on the dial.
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Mom, get in the frame, Mom. Mom, get in the frame.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, we know the apple don't fall far from the tree in this family.
I never expected this clip to end in a wholesome way.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, I'm out of the way, yep.
Holy you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I didn't even hit.
I'm so proud of you, bro.
This bachelorette party thought the police officer was somebody else.
Oh, did they think that this guy was like a stripper or something, like a male stripper? Jesus.
For some reason, I knew you guys were gonna say that. Just someone called about the cars.
Oh, okay.
Is that the fiance? That's a handsome man right there. I'm gonna do the hovering.
What are you gonna wear for the plane?
This?
That's what you're gonna wear on the plane to Sweden?
Yeah.
Okay.
This invention might just revolutionize barbecue.
I'll take 50. I'll take 50. You take souls, right? I'm not even gonna lie, I thought this guy was Vin Diesel. I thought this was Vin Diesel. There's only been one other person that I've ever seen have the same stock build as this dude, and it's Vin Diesel. Like, I'm sorry, dude, this looked like Dom from, like, Fast and the Furious. I kid you not. Bro could be like his twin brother.
A tornado hit a transformer in Texas and caused these blue flashes.
Yeah, I bet it fucking did. It seems to be the only thing that nature fucking aims for, right? Bro, I kid you not, the apartment got struck with a bolt of lightning once. Took the power out. Because of course it did, right? The wind blows, the power goes out. So it's only natural that a goddamn tornado is going to immediately rip up all the fucking, the electric lines, right? Because why not? It's Texas, right? It's not like we have power anyway. We're only paying $500 for it.
Oh no. Oh no. Fire. Oh god, it's taking over.
Oh, I bet each one of those arcs is a different power line too.
Hit a
Watch.
transformer in Texas
Watch.
and caused these blue
One
flashes.
little, two little, three little power lines, four little, five little, six little power lines. Go get fucked, Texas citizens. You don't deserve power. Like.
Fire. Oh god, it's taking over. Do we need to go downstairs?
Griffin, show us that one more time. So show us the left arm. Okay. The left arm, and put your palm like this, right? Okay. And then how about that right arm? My right arm though, can only go there. Give it a little pull. Oh my goodness. Bro, are you seeing this?
I think he could convince me to buy just about anything.
Hello?
Una copa, un ananas, por favor.
Dude, enthusiasm is like attitude towards something is everything. That's the reason why I'm so heavily advocated for people that are just being asses. Look, you may have a bad day and you get pulled over by a cop, but that cop, if you were just not a dick to the cops, you could change not only his day, but your entire day. Because, like enthusiasm, being, like, a nice person, that it spreads like fire way faster than just being a negative person. Just being, like, nice can spread. Just be nice. It's not like we all live in hell. Everybody has a different story they have to tell, right? Everybody's got their own personal dilemma they got to deal with on a daily basis. But how you talk about it and how you handle it and how you show yourself to the world is what matters. Like, if you walk up and life's being a dick to you that morning and you go around spreading the dickery, then it's going to come back to you later that evening even harder. But if you go out and you take what you have and you just, you play the hand that you're dealt that morning and you make do with what you got, you just kind of eat the shit for the day, it's going to come back to you at some point, you know? Like... That's right, big dog. Bro, I bet that dude sleep well at night putting out all that energy. W. That looks so painful. I could not. That looks insanely painful. I see he... What the heck? Yo. I always wondered what happened to the flying saucer that Trump redacted earlier this year. Unredacted, I mean.
Amber, come here. Amber, come on.
See, something tells me you're never going to teach this dog much of anything. Something is obviously very cognitively wrong here. You know when you look at something and you just know that something just ain't right about it? I'm getting that feeling.
Come on. There you go.
That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that. W Daily Dose of the Internet. W Daily Dose of the Internet.
Months posting about Shia LaBeouf.
So you know I love me Shia LaBeouf. I don't know why, but I love Shia LaBeouf. To me, he's just awesome. I don't know what it is, bro. I just love
before
Shia
he finally
LaBeouf.
walked up to her car and just begged her to leave him alone. And things just got so far out of hand that she was just arrested.
God bless you. Leave me alone. Hey, you're scaring my dad. You're scaring my people. You hear me?
And this isn't the first time for her being contacted by the police over claiming that Shia is her husband.
So I got...
That's so creepy, bro. Why is it that, like, people just keep messing with Shia LaBeouf? It's so weird. You had those two, like, allegedly there were two, like, gay guys that tried to, like, fight Shia LaBeouf when he was drunk and stuff. You have this lady trying to sit here and harass him. Like, there was another incident. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is going on? Bro, like, it's not like this dude's life is miserable enough. You got to sit here and do this?
Different people on Facebook that are friends of yours, and they're concerned that you might hurt yourself or someone. They said that you're posting that you're married to Shia LaBeouf.
I'm not married to the clone Shia LaBeouf. There's someone that's had their identity stolen named Shia LaBeouf. I'm not posting, and I repeatedly say on the internet that I'm not posting to people in regards to Shia LaBeouf, the clone, or the celebrity. They're trying to criminally frame me and saying that I'm harassing.
This lady is so cooked. What? This lady is so cooked. Holy crap.
The celebrity. I'm not harassing the celebrity. There's something very strange.
The cop's face is like, what the hell are you trying to say to me right now, lady?
Going on.
This lady needs to be in the Happy Hotel. You sitting here talking about clones of Shia LaBeouf and being married to like, dude, nah,
Where my
nope.
DNA was
We're not even gonna try to pick that apart. Just put her in jail.
Stolen, and we're in a very dangerous situation. His name is Shia LaBeouf. It's not the celebrity name Shia LaBeouf.
Oh yeah, because that's clearly a very common name, and she also apparently stalks the real Shia LaBeouf.
I don't even think that's his real name. I don't think Shia LaBeouf is his real name. He has a different, like, it's a character name. What is Shia LaBeouf's real name? It's Shia Saeed LaBeouf. It's not even his real name. Like, it goes to show you how well concocted this BS is.
It's probably just one big misunderstanding. So it's safe to say we have a wild video today, but it's also a weird one because there are some celebrity stories where you immediately know who's in the wrong. This one isn't quite one of those stories because based on that video clip that started all of this,
you know what would have been more convincing for her story? Cannot believe I'm saying this. But if she said that she is married to Shia LaBeouf, not Shia Saeed LaBeouf, as opposed to saying, like, the clone, you know?
Don't have too much context. So when I first saw this video, I honestly thought, okay, this is going to be another clip of Shia LaBeouf.
It would have been way more convincing.
Losing his temper.
Because, like, that's the kind of stuff where you sit down in your car after you arrest her and you Google it and then you have the cop second guessing everything he's doing, right?
Hey, let's be honest, the dude has had his fair share of public meltdowns over the years, but that is absolutely not what happened here. Instead, you see Shia calmly walking up to a parked car and speaking through the window, and he seems extremely exhausted here.
Hello.
Yeah, dude, like, Shia, how old is he? He's not even that old. He looks like he's in his 60s. Why does he look so old? How old is Shia LaBeouf? 40. He's not far from it, but he just looks so exhausted.
Leave me alone. Hi. How are you? Hey, you're scaring my dad. You're scaring my people.
He's so calm too. He's not even like aggro either. He's just like, please leave me alone. He just wants to like, just leave me alone, please.
You hear what I'm saying? God bless you. Leave me alone.
Yo,
Okay,
W.
so it's not every
Shia
day you see a
LaBeouf.
celebrity walking up to another person and begging them to stop contacting him and his family. So naturally, the internet immediately started to question, who is this woman? Well, her name is Alyssa Couture, and she's actually the one who uploaded the video to her own Instagram account. And according to her caption, she wasn't at Shia's house, and also claimed that police had shown up before he approached her. And as of recording this video right now, just a few hours ago, it was announced that she was actually arrested shortly after this video.
Oh, it's about time. This lady's crazy, bro.
But currently, we're sitting on very minimal information. So I guess rather than relying on internet talk, I did what any normal sleep-deprived YouTuber would do. Yes, it is currently 5:24 in the morning. I've been up all night. So I opened her Instagram account.
I get it.
And that apparently took me a lot longer than what I thought. How many hours have I been working on this video? Regardless, I mean, it was safe to say I was not prepared for what I was going to find, because apparently Alyssa Couture, she isn't just someone who made a throwaway account to post about Shia. No, she's built a solid online presence, and as of right now, her Instagram has more than...
Bro, I sit here doing these videos every single day, and I see somebody posting AI-generated videos that get like millions of views, or I see an account that makes no sense getting all these views, and I think to myself, man, it's a good thing I'm working harder, not smarter, right? Doing all these hours, and the thing is I just don't have an entire account built around stalking Shia LaBeouf. That's the problem with it, right? Is I don't have an audience. I don't connect with my audience, right? Clearly there's a bigger culture for somebody that stalks Shia LaBeouf.
20,000 followers and over 5,000 videos posted to it. Let me give you some context. I have uploaded
5,000 videos.
What? Probably like 1,900 videos to this YouTube channel. And I've been doing this for way over a decade.
My videos are like insane. I've got so many videos because I used to post because I would take every stream and I would make videos out of every single thing that I would react to and post it. And then I finally stopped doing that after like almost 6 months. And then I started doing, and then I've also got GamingWade. Like I've been on this channel on and off since 2016 when it was made. So like, if I didn't have I think I've got over 5,000 videos now, I think. It's probably 1,000 to 5,000 around. I'd be kind of ashamed, you know?
I've been this full-time for 11 years, and I have posted 1,800 videos to this account. She has somehow posted 5,000 videos to her Instagram.
I still do like 4 videos a day plus the shorts and the streams.
That is so much content. Now, I realize a lot of this content is absolutely insane, but still, it is so much content. So apparently, she runs a website called Healthy Fashion, where she describes herself as a fashion author, fashion entrepreneur, public speaker, and planetary energy healer. Whatever that means. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what planetary energy healer is. Like, what, are we healing the Earth? Are we being healed by the Earth? What's going on here? I don't know. But here's where things take a fascinating turn, because right at the top of her biography, before you really get into her fashion experience.
I know. Like, trust me, like, because I got monetized this past year. So, like, that was, like, almost the best thing that has happened so far was just getting monetized. Well, I mean, I guess technically the second best. The first best is, like, going live to, like, all the peeps that show up now. That's really awesome. And having channel members. I never thought I'd have channel members. I was like, man, I'm gonna be stuck here, aren't I? So, like, I don't think y'all realize, like, how grateful I am to have all of y'all show up like this. Like I said, even if one of y'all just kept showing up, I'd still be here. I mean, you can ask God to fish. I showed up just for him a lot of times. And not like, trying to, like, put him on the spot or throw him under the bus or anything. I'd still be here even if there were 0 people. But, like, I'd still be trying different things, right? But just saying that, like, you know, W chat.
She claims, in quote, my husband Shia and I wrote our book, Healthy Fashion.
What the fuck? Dude, this lady's crazy. This lady's insane.
Excuse me. What? What's going on here? Okay.
I kind of want to read the book. It's gonna be like that scene in The Shining What does it say? What did it say? What did the Shining book say when he was typing it out when he was going crazy? It was like Johnny something or another, right? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It's just like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy over and over and over again for like 1,000 pages. By the way, if you haven't seen The Shining, oh my God, it's an amazing film. Please go watch
been
it.
Spending his weekends writing holistic fashion books that literally nobody, including Shia, knows about. I have absolutely no idea how that sentence came to exist. Like, did he speak to her through her mind?
Brum, 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 bah.
I guess so. And it
No,
doesn't stop
obviously
there.
he did.
On her public GoFundMe, where I guess
It came to her in a dream. Just like Charlie Kirk and, oh man, I don't even know her name anymore. The crazy lady.
Says that she's disabled and lists a whole bunch of medical complications, including schizophrenia. She explains that she's trying to raise money to buy a secluded home in Colorado. Honestly, me too. But then she writes something else that immediately jumped out at me. She says the Colorado home will help me keep my husband in less danger.
That is scary. That is some like Spooktober style, like harassment, kidnapping levels of danger right there. Like that's got like the danger zone warnings going off like crazy right now. Bro, if I could turn into a big flashing red light, blaring sirens, I would be right now. Like, holy crap. That's terrifying. That's like misery levels of terrifying, like the movie.
Oh boy. So now you have your website referring to Shia as her husband and her fundraiser referring to her husband, and we're really just scratching.
Bro, she's gonna snap up Shia LaBeouf and like break both his ankles, bro. Gonna put a board in between it and swing it down like in the movie.
Surface of what she's been posting online, because as I mentioned, 5,000 posts to her Instagram account.
She's gonna be like, I need you to finish my book, and he's gonna be like, what book, you fucking crazy bitch? What are you talking about? You broke my legs.
It's crazy. So naturally, I wanted to see what her Instagram actually looked like, and I don't think I've ever seen an account quite like it, because again, 5,000 posts. You can scroll for minutes and barely make a dent. At one point, I thought I'd watch enough videos that I would see, you know, a good chunk of her life, and then I realized, oh, I'm only 2 weeks back in time. I have essentially spent hours tonight doom scrolling her Instagram account. Not my proudest night, but here we are. And of course, it's all downhill from here, because a lot of her videos start off the exact same way.
And you know what really sucks about this is she's going to keep doing it because she's getting more and more followers and money from doing it. And you know what the police are doing? Nothing. They're going to pick this lady up, drop her off at the nearest gas station, and she's going to walk straight back to Shia LaBeouf. Like, there's a reason, like, at the beginning of this video, how Atosi said that prior to Shia LaBeouf walking up to her window and asking her to stop, the police showed up. He walked over because the police would not handle this crazy lady. Obviously. And the sad part is that she's making money off of straight up harassing Shia LaBeouf. It's creepy, and it's awful, and it's very dangerous, the fact that it's being catered to. You should immediately she should receive a permaban from any platform where she's doing this. It's gross. We live in the day and age where committing crimes on stream or on content gets you clicks and views, and the police do nothing about it. It's insane.
Shia.
Hi, Shia. I realize I'm just going to be having to waste money. I'm going to be going on a road trip. I cannot stay here. It's not safe. My car's going to get stolen, Shia. I'm going to lose all my property. I just got McDonald's and a Diet Coke. I'm very, very stressed out.
Okay, so apparently she's on a road trip and she's documenting absolutely everything.
Hi, Shia. It's 8:59 p.m., July 10th. I'm very, very tired.
And it continues.
Hi, Shia. It's 8:55 p.m. I just got out of the shower. I'm going to go dry my hair and then make you...
This lady looks absolutely freaking crazy. She looks crazy, bro. Like she's like Michael Myers before he like stopped talking. It's so weird. Like her blank stare, emotionless face, just talking to like fill words. It's so weird. Dude, every red flag in my body is going off with this lady.
Video. Love you, Shia. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.
This is one hell of a trip report, but she'll talk about her day, where she's been, what she's bought, things she noticed, or things that she believes have happened to her. Then she'll post these like photo dumps that are just dozens of photos of just random things in her car, and she titles it Things in My Car Part 3 of 3. Because at first I'm thinking, why? Why are we getting a 3-part documentary on the contents in her vehicle? But then I kept scrolling and I found another post that made these uploads make a little bit more sense. So she writes, I'm so sick to my stomach with nerves every time I leave my car and have a panic attack when I go to the stores, thinking my property will be stolen. I bought a bright colored suitcase. If it gets stolen, the color will be easy to find. Okay,
This lady has some like massive like form of like schizophrenia or something. There's no way that she is mentally competent to be driving around like this. She has like some form of schizophrenia or like bipolar mania. This lady needs to be admitted to like a mental institution. She doesn't need to be out and about. She's gonna either get herself hurt or somebody else around her. She doesn't have any family or anything that can admit her to like a mental hospital. This lady needs help. Like, she needs help. Anybody that scrolls through her Instagram and sees this should know that. Holy, this is just disturbing.
She essentially believes her stuff is going to get stolen, and she is constantly documenting every single item that she has with her. And of course, she's claiming that Shia is her husband. So I guess with that context, these inventory
like
posts,
I'm not even mad at this lady. I'm genuinely mad at the systems that we have, because there's no reason why this lady can't get, like, isn't admitted. Like, how do the police come up and talk to this lady and not immediately think that she needs to be admitted to like a mental hospital? She needs help. It's completely obvious she needs help. She just, I mean, she may not know it, but like, this is one of the instances where I'm actually being very genuine about this. This lady needs help.
don't seem that random anymore. It almost kind of looks like she's cataloging what she owns, because she genuinely believes there's a constant risk that someone's going to take her stuff. And that's a pattern you start seeing over and over again throughout the account, not just with her belongings, but also with every single part of her life, it seems like. Because as you keep scrolling, you start noticing there's a lot of her posts revolving around people she believes are targeting her. One post says, a criminal hacker made a typo in my email to the home loan agent. What does that mean? Like, I get what that means in the English language, but what does she mean with this? And another one says, I bought the meal deal. I drove through LA's largest cemetery. I am going to a portal location now to walk in a circle and energy clear the environment.
Got to get the box. Got to put her in the box. Got to take the key and throw away the key. Keep her in the box until she's better. That's how you do the crazy dance.
I mean, that is one thing to do with a meal deal. Who knows? Maybe that was just a sponsored post and McDonald's is getting creative with their marketing. But then you have another one where she says that she went to make a coffee and noticed that her cord on her travel kettle had been cut. And she immediately wonders if the criminal did it. And she says that she now needs electrical tape.
Yo, that's dude, that is schizophrenia. That's schizophrenia. There's no way. Because I knew somebody that I witnessed this happen. It was my mom's friend's husband. We were in the dinner. Like, this table was massive, dude. Like, this was a massive, heavy-duty wood table. We were all sitting down eating dinner. And her husband stands up with this blank stare on his face, looks right out the window and says, they're here. The fucking mafia's here. The fucking mafia's here. Runs into the other room, grabs a gun, comes back, flips this massive table over like it's a piece of like plastic, and immediately starts aiming the gun out the window, right? Like, this dude was crazy with, like, he was diagnosed with it. He has it. This person needs help. This person obviously needs help. Without a doubt in my mind, this person needs help.
she's worried that her coffee boiler is going to break. Now, I do want to be fair here, and I'm not reading these posts because I think they're funny. I'm reading them because they provide quite a bit of context here. Because if all you ever saw was that 30-second clip of Shia LaBeouf walking up to her car, you might think this is some like weird random misunderstanding. But after spending way too much time on her account, I'm clearly seeing this is not a misunderstanding at all. This is essentially just a part of a much larger online diary that's been unfolding for months, because she documents pretty much everything: where she drives, what she buys, what's inside her car, who she believes is following her, who she believes is trying to steal from her. And then, of course, she kind of just like weaves Shia LaBeouf into all of this throughout her storytelling, if that's what you could call it. So,
I mean, if she's actually not crazy and she knows that everything she's saying is like worded in a way to make it seem like she's trying to come up with some weird, crazy story, then I got to give her props for creativity. But the way, if this is real, if this is genuine, she needs a lot of help. And the unfortunate fact is, I don't really think she has family to help her. And it's sad that the police won't even admit her.
With Hi Shia.
And it's sad that there are laws that won't allow that either.
Refer to him as her husband, and her website says they wrote a book together, and there's even a picture that she keeps behind her in some of her videos. And I guess this online world appears to have crossed over into the real one, ending with Shia standing outside of her car asking her very calmly to leave him and his family alone. The whole thing honestly just kind of left me with one big question: how does something like this even happen? Because if you go back far enough, Alyssa's online presence wasn't built around Shia LaBeouf, as she describes herself as someone who spent more than 15 years in the fashion industry. She talks about attending fashion school, producing fashion shows.
Yeah, schizophrenia, like, it just kind of happens. Like, you could be a perfectly normal person, and then at some point it just hits you. Like, again, PTSD can cause it. Like, a lot of stuff can cause it. Hell, a bump on the head sometimes is enough. Like, the brain is definitely one of the few things that humans haven't really unlocked, you know? It's sad.
Running
it
her own
sucks.
clothing brand and writing a book. So whether you
Hell, I just found out that based on, like, your family's, like, past traumas, it could be inherited in, like, mental illnesses. Had no idea about that. So, like, the human body truly is something to behold.
Agree with her ideas or not, it's a real website with years of content. Then, somewhere along the storyline, Shia LaBeouf becomes her husband. Because again, according to her website, he's her husband and co-author of this book. And obviously, she's speaking directly to him in so many of her videos, like hundreds of videos at this point. And it looks like essentially someone's documenting what they genuinely believe is a fashion book, whatsoever. And yes, I can only imagine how thinks there's a clone of Shia that's famous, and she's not married to that one. So to be honest, it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what she believes here. The last thing that she publicly posted was a blurry photo that appeared to show a police vehicle with the caption, "Police showed up prior to this person." And since then, her account has gone quiet, and that's likely because it was just officially confirmed that she was arrested on Monday the 13th.
And how long is this woman Shia LaBeouf asked to leave alone, arrested for stalking? I wonder how long she got. She probably got admitted at this point. I mean, any judge that would browse her Instagram and see what she's posting, they should automatically admit her to a mental institution for any kind of help. Like, she obviously has schizophrenia. How long did the lady that was stalking Shia LaBeouf get in jail / mental institution? I hope she gets the help she needs. This is genuinely really sad to see. This happened in Louisiana. I really think that if the judge lets her out, then we need to put the judge in jail, and we need to send her to like someplace she can actually get help.
July for stalking. And I guess based on her posts, it appears that her family is very aware that she's been struggling. But it also does suggest
she does have a family. That's good.
Something that happens suddenly.
There's somebody out there that can, cares, which is good.
Overnight, because whatever's going on here seems to have been unfolding for quite some time. I genuinely hope that Shia and his family can get some peace after this, and I do hope that Alyssa gets whatever support and help she may need.
I agree with that. Yeah, no, W. Tozy for saying that as well. Like, I could understand if you're just being aggro, but it's clear that this lady needs help. She needs help. And unfortunately, the systems that we have are not going to provide that for her. And she's not mentally competent enough to seek it for herself, right? And that's what really sucks about it. But W. Tozy,
clearly backing Republicans. Why don't we ask China to back us? I hereby tonight ask China. That's right.
that didn't age well, did it?
2018, China was working to influence the results of the U.S. midterm elections and later the results of the
Just like the multi-billion-dollar corporation that was down in that allegedly was paying for the protesting over in, I think it was California. There's a company, a business owner in China. By the way, China is a form of capitalist. Most of their economy is like 60% capitalism. You can own private property in China in businesses. So like anybody trying to say that China's not capitalist, it's false. Their entire economy is from business.
2020 presidential election itself.
Kinda hard to frame Trump's claims of Chinese interference as insane when they basically begged communist China to interfere in our democracy, as this is exactly what the Democrats wanted.
It's like I've been saying, they've been saying what they're trying to do. They've been saying what they've been doing. Nobody's listening to what the Democrats are saying. When you have socialist Democrats that are saying that America deserved 9/11, and they're backing people like Hassan Piker, they're telling you, they're showing you what their allegiance is. When you've got somebody like Mamdani that can't even condone terrorists in New York and allows the police to get brutalized in New York, they're showing you and telling you what they want, what they believe. Listen to what they're saying.
They just didn't want you to notice. So let's quickly go through Trump's speech, the mainstream media meltdowns, and most importantly, the subsequent investigations.
The real question is what is going to be done about it? If there are people like Obama and Hillary Clinton that actively knew that there was voter fraud, that there was actual tampering with the voting system in America, what is going to be done about it? In my opinion, if you're a political official and you came in here and you tampered with voting, you allowed a place like China to come in and mess with the voting systems here in America, you should be put up for capital punishment and you should be executed publicly if found guilty. You should. There is no excuse for this. What are you going to do about this, Donald?
I'm announcing the immediate...
Saying that you're going to prosecute people doesn't mean anything if you don't actually do it.
Declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure. Our purpose in disclosing this information is not to weaken confidence in election, but to earn that confidence by confronting vulnerabilities and correcting them very, very quickly. And that's what we're doing over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle.
I guarantee you, Trump trying to pass the SAVE Act or whatever that bill is he's trying to pass with the voter ID in it didn't look too good because they weren't going to pass it. So he was like, okay, I got you. Unredact the entire investigation proving that we had actual tampering of voting in the elections and see where things go. It's kind of funny how he does this, you know? He's like, okay, you don't want to give me what I want? Here you go. And you know why he has to do this? He has to do this because the thing is that Trump is a massive target even outside of the government. Whenever he left office the first time, they tried to put him in federal prison. So he's trying everything he can to get what needs to happen. And I don't blame him. Bro's out there fighting for survival at this point because he knows once he leaves office, they're probably going to do it again.
The People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files.
That's insane.
That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote and
Save
engage
America Act, thank you.
in other nefarious activities, which is exactly what was happening.
And the Democrats can cry and deny this all they want, but it doesn't change how, one, this is exactly what they wanted the Chinese to do, and two, they also accuse China of doing.
It's been overwhelmingly clear this election, I won't even get into the last one, this election, that Russia has been involved, China has been involved to some degree.
But once they won, they switched to safest and securest election ever, just like their safe and effective slogan.
Even before Trump won the election, he even said that it was rigged. He's been saying that since like 2016. He's been saying like fake news and like rigged elections since 2016. He was the first one that kind of like, a lot of people hated him for saying that, but at the end of the day, he was just saying what everybody else was hiding. That's the thing.
I don't think they actually meant it. It was just to shut up the peasants. But then Trump starts calling people out.
The second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people, in many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling. Covering it up from both the president and the American people is even more disturbing in light of the additional information showing that China engaged in other election-related activities to undermine.
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, think about, actually, you know what? I'll just show it. Think about how many, like, communist, there were communist flags and stuff inside of the No Kings protests that clearly show that there's something going on here, right? Hassan claiming to be pro-communism, like, see, it's more that the Trump administration, and then like you show this is the No Kings protest, and you show this, and I've had several people that are like, oh, it's fake, you know, those are counter protesters. There are no counter protesters because the protesters that are here doing this, waving these communist flags, are attacking everybody. There was a lady that just wanted to record a few protesters, and she got hit with a rock. I don't understand how you could come to these conclusions. Lady hit with a... Let's see if it... Yeah, like there's multiple. I don't even know this one, but yeah, I guess she threw a rock at her. There's a reason why there's like nobody that is protesting this. It's because they get attacked and stuff. They're not even allowed to unless the police are present, you know? Like, it sucks. It sucks. It's garbage.
My first administration in our 2020 campaign.
And for a moment I thought, do we meddle in Chinese elections, spending our tax money to manipulate their society, briefly forgetting we constantly do this overseas, causing chaos, overthrowing dictators, installing our leaders, so it wouldn't be outlandish to think they're doing the same thing to us.
Yeah.
I was just shocked to learn through all the heavily redacted documents that Trump released that China basically built the BLM movement, beat for beat on our social media.
That is crazy. And you know what? I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for a second.
Sites, so much that when you go on American Google for BLM riots, you barely see 3 instances of reality, as their propaganda is so bad.
What have I been saying? I've been saying all these protesters been getting paid. I've been saying that from day one. There's a reason why whenever these massive protests happen, none of these people no businesses go on social media or talk about the fact that people aren't showing up for work. It's because this is their jobs. Their jobs are they're being paid to protest.
Baked into our society, our sitting president can give us evidence that this is a Chinese psyop, but certain Americans have already decided it's more convenient to believe
it's more convenient to say that it's fake
Chinese propaganda than actual crime stats. But now Trump is bringing up Obama.
But it gets even worse. Raw intelligence obtained by the FBI in 2020, yet buried by rogue bureaucrats, stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period, dozens of significant CIA and NSA reports about China's election targeting were kept out of the presidential briefing. Recently, we found significant numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of bags that were used to destroy information given by President Barack Hussein Obama.
He loves
to
that
be
name.
burned. It was supposed to be burned. These bags were supposed to be at a different level by different people, incinerated and checked, but it never happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but rather through gross incompetence of the people that were supposed to burn the bags.
As many MAGA supporters have been wanting exactly this, but I always believed if he wasn't going to jail Hillary, there was no way he was actually going to go after Obama. Well,
He's not going to go after anybody. That's the issue with this entire thing, is that Trump's not going to arrest anybody. He's not going to put anybody in jail. He's not going to have anybody put up on capital punishment charges for treason. Nothing is going to come of this other than more internet swirl, and I think that's what Trump wants anyway, because his goal isn't to put them in jail. His goal is for voter ID, and I get that, but at the same time, who's to say that the next party that gets into office that's Democratic doesn't just take it away? You have to stop band-aiding all of this, and you have to hold the people that are doing this accountable for their actions. If you have somebody like Obama that openly and actively went out of his way to make sure that China was involved in our elections, you have to put them up on treason charges, and you have to publicly execute them, give them the firing squad, regardless of who they are. Treason should be held at the highest regard, especially in politics, because these politicians, when they make decisions, Americans face the consequences. People die, and they need to be held to a personal accountability. We need to hold them to that accountability.
Something he's been alluding to recently.
But Clinton let him go, and Bush let him go. Everybody let him go, and Obama
You're going to do the exact same thing.
Was the worst of all, because Obama actually went to their side. Obama, because he's a well. Let's leave that for another time.
And I still don't expect much to come from it, but again, they've admitted there's aliens and released footage of UFOs, so I don't know what to expect anymore.
Many people have questioned whether it could actually be possible to electronically manipulate vote totals or change election.
I mean, they found Korean-style chips inside of the voter machines, right? And the voter machine people also sued Rudy Giuliani for millions. They're obviously trying to hide something, right? If they weren't, then they wouldn't go through such lengths. I mean, hell, they even Gavin Newsom decided to make it illegal for the United States federal government to get involved in validating the election that just happened with Chris Pratt. So, like, if there's no voter fraud, then let online ID be a thing. I mean, voter ID be a thing. There's no reason not to have it.
Results on these terrible machines. Today, we are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained reporting of a specific plot to do a big number in favor of the corrupt Maduro regime in Venezuela. This report...
And that would explain the reason why he went and got Maduro.
Included precise details about methods to regime develop to digitally alter vote totals in ways that could not be detected even with an audit, no matter how deep they went.
Which goes along with the whole Maduro capture in Venezuela. We basically revealed to the world that we have auto-aiming weapons and directed energy devices called the discombobulator, so taking Maduro alive must have been a high priority. And if he gave us information on the Venezuelan election machine...
bet he sang like a choir bird, too. I bet he sang like nobody's ever sang before.
It's all starting to make sense now. And even though
And you know how I know that? He's still alive. That's how I know that.
Sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory. Remember, the Democrats have also suggested exactly this.
We have to be on guard as to what they may try to do to the technology. They may try to creep into the technology and create a false count.
How do you guard against that?
That's a challenge.
As watermarked paper ballots being hand counted isn't something that should be divisive. So whenever the Democrats in one sentence claim these machines can be manipulated and China is involved, then say Trump has no evidence that these machines are manipulated and China is involved, I don't think they're stupid.
Think about how much trouble Trump got in during his first election. And like, you can't even say that Trump has been saying this even when he got elected in 2016. Right? It's not even that he's making up this false consensus because he lost after his term, right? That's the thing, is that even whenever he got elected as president, he was saying it before and after he got elected, during his presidency. He has been saying it from day one. That's the real thing that a lot of people should be focusing on, because if he's been saying it since day one, that means that there's obviously a big problem. And even after he got out of office, I mean, look at what they did to Rudy. Like I said, they sued him into the ground for saying that the machine companies that do the voting and the secure machines sued him for millions. Like, how? Like, let me see how much money. How much did the voter machine companies sue Rudy Giuliani for? $1.3 billion. They sued Rudy Giuliani. Dominion Voting sued Rudy Giuliani for the statements of claimed defamation for $1.3 billion. And come to find out, it's been happening since Obama's time. Bro, like, Rudy Giuliani should get his money back. It's insane.
I think their followers are stupid, as Trump is using this to try to unite Americans on both sides.
They tried to bury Trump in civil and like legal cases.
Whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or otherwise, should be able to agree that we deserve the most secure, honest, and fair election system anywhere in the world. They identified approximately 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections. Since Democrat states refuse to share their voter files, the real number is actually much higher than that. In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic.
Yeah, I would probably bet money on it, and I would, that China's probably paying, or another foreign country's probably paying them to stay silent. That's the world that we live in, where we have our media paid for by a foreign country to change the optics of a situation in order to alienate and or ally with foreign countries. They're doing it with Israel because Israel is the enemy to the terrorist organizations that are over in the Middle East. They're doing it actively with Israel. Like, it would be no different than if, like, let's say it's not Israel and it's the UK, right? They're trying to use, it could even be Japan for all I care, right? Japan's technically in the Middle East doing what Israel is doing. And it isn't it odd to you that the one person that is in the Middle East that hasn't attacked American assets and allies on purpose is the one thing that they're trying to turn the atmosphere around and against? It's because they're the only thing that's standing between total domination of them over the entire Middle East and us. They want Israel gone. They want us against Israel so that way Israel falls. It's ridiculous.
Because they know how corrupt our system is and they don't want to reveal it.
As sadly, that's exactly what they did, refusing to show their viewers what their president said. Since Trump did indeed provide receipts, declassifying documents on allegations both sides agree on, but also how lack of voter ID allowed over 250,000 illegals to register to vote. But instead, CNN refused to play Trump's claims.
But we're not going to take it live, as we've been discussing. That's because this president, sadly, has a history of misleading and in some cases simply false statements.
Yeah, well, they just released an entire thing on government.org, not trump.org, on gov.org or whatever the hell that thing is, so there's no way that it's fake. They have full files that have been unredacted by the CIA and FBI investigations across the country. I really look forward to covering the unredacted files because I'm sure Asmon is going to get on today and talk about it. And I look forward to looking at it tomorrow. I do. I love how, because it doesn't suit the Democrat. This is the reason why, by the way, I don't watch CNN. Not only do I have to sit here and try to worry about them copy striking my videos, but the fact that they're coming forward and saying this as if it's Trump doing this, like they had CIA and FBI investigators looking into this. There was like teams of people that went to different states and did full-scale investigations. I mean, how many videos have we covered in the past year of the FBI raiding a voter place? Come on. But it's all fake, right? And it's because Trump is just lying. Just stop. It's not working.
What we've been talking about.
As their reporters reaffirm our concerns.
He has made
anytime somebody gets in a chat and it's like, oh, you're watching false, fake news, Fox News. Yeah, I guess I am, huh? I guess I am.
To cast doubt on that upcoming election. Right? That's what all those things add up to. Repeatedly saying that America's elections are rigged and broken and dirty has eroded confidence in the bedrock of American democracy. It has already done damage.
We just showed you.
But allowing immigrants and illegals to come here and vote in our election is just a terrible idea. If you're letting a bunch of foreigners that come from shitholes where it's sand wars and constant like warlords butchering rich people, letting people come here from those countries and vote in our elections is just a bad idea. Letting them even hold office like Mamdani as a first-generation immigrant or even a second-generation immigrant is a terrible idea. Like, use the terrorist attacks that happened in New York whenever we struck Iran as an example. Like, think about that. They were second-generation immigrants. Their family came here. Well, I guess technically, no. They're first, because their family came here, had a child, the child was raised in America, and they still went out based on what their family said and immediately threw bombs at police when we attacked Iran. What do you expect is going to happen? You have to make sure that they're here for a few generations before they're able to vote. Or even, for that matter, hold office.
Both Biden and Pelosi sharing those same concerns, with Clinton calling for those concerns, but Trump providing evidence of said concerns is somehow damaging democracy, which just proves they have a very different definition of democracy. But it wasn't worse than MSNBC's garbage take.
Is him basically saying, essentially, I'm paraphrasing here, that a whole bunch of foreign entities, Iran, China, I think North Korea, have the ability, the capability of essentially a mass hack of the voter system to change over votes. Now, my understanding is that that's just completely not true, that there is no assessment of that. I'm not an expert in cybersecurity.
And you're also not the FBI or CIA investigators that went through and combed through years worth of election and voter stuff.
Is really saying Trump claims that hacks can happen. I say they can't. I'm no expert in the field, but for some reason believe me instead.
It's not Trump saying that, it's the investigators. You see, that's the problem. Stop spinning the narrative as if Trump is saying this. Trump is just unredacting the files, and based on what he's read in these files, these files, the investigators that did these, all came to the same conclusion that outside foreign influence has messed with our voting. Even if you take away what Trump is saying and you just read the files, you will probably come to the same conclusion. That's the thing. You need to read these files and come to your own conclusion.
I'm certain if Pelosi was up there making the same exact claims, they'd be lapping it up because they're not a news network, they're just left-wing propaganda. But somehow ABC still one-upped their idiocy.
He said that our election system, our security, is catastrophically short. It dangerously exposed to hacking. But looking through these, we have a lot more to look through. I don't see anything that comes anywhere near making that case.
This is like me reading half a recipe, then telling you, I don't know what the grocery store was thinking. Obviously, these ingredients don't make the picture on the box. Their rationality is so fucking stupid, it's honestly gotta be on purpose.
He never curses, W. Decoy.
Leaders are so astronomically detached from reality.
They are.
They couldn't possibly relate to anybody that could think for themselves. So their talking points have to be so incredibly idiotic as almost a filter from accidentally admitting anybody that could call them out.
Yep.
So if you appreciate...
Decoy's absolutely right by saying that, by the way. It doesn't even matter if you prove them wrong. They're just going to lie about it, or they're just going to ignore you because you proved them wrong. You're not going to reason with anybody that does this, dude. It's just not going to happen. It's just not.
A daycare in Minnesota has pleaded guilty to daycare fraud. Where's Tim Walz in the media now?
The Quality Leering Center.
Quite frankly, they use the Somali population to commit the fraud. Ilhan Omar should be disgraced of what she did to the Somali
Ilhan Omar needs to be completely debanked, defunded. Her assets should be seized, and she should be airdropped into her own country to deal with the crimes that her father committed in her country.
Mr. Shirley, I'll start with you.
Today I'm here in Washington, D.C. to testify in front of the Senate about widespread fraud. I actually just finished my time here. However, what you guys are going to see is actually crazy. For this hearing, these are supposed to be filled with Republicans and Democrats. We're talking about fraud. Fraud affects both Democrats, Republicans. Not a single dollar inside the United States says Republican or Democrat. However, not a single Democrat even showed up to the hearing.
Oh, this was him. That's Nick Shirley. Well, we looked at this yesterday. That's Nick Shirley.
Democrat member showed up for just a few minutes, and what he did was actually try to go and attack me, but he wouldn't even ask me a single question.
We need to restore the strong, experienced, and independent watchdogs who have a proven track record of
Well, it's interesting that you say that, considering that the fundamental basis and foundation of journalism is built on independent journalism. That's how all of these news media broadcasters got their starting up, like Fox, CNN, MSNBC, 7 News at 7. They all came from an independent journalist that turned it into a career / corporation / business. So whenever I see a grown-ass, questionably American person trying to sit here and completely disenfranchise Nick Shirley, I think to myself, there's a reason why he's doing this. It's because what Nick Shirley's doing is working, and you can see it whenever Gavin Newsom decided that he was going to violate the First Amendment freedom of the press and make the Stop Nick Shirley Act over in California. Yeah. No, what Nick Shirley is doing is working. And they are trying everything they can to get rid of it. That's the reason why the Democrats didn't show up, was because they knew that they wouldn't be able to answer for anything that Nick has brought to the table. That's what they do. Whenever you prove them wrong, whenever you show what's under and behind the curtain, they run and hide. They don't show up.
Fighting fraud and getting money back for the American people, rather than amplifying sensationalized social media that takes a more focused on getting views than on actually getting the truth.
The Democrats just completely did not even show up. It was only Republicans that talk about widespread fraud. And so think about that. You have senators of the United States who are not even showing up to hearings that we are paying them to go to. We pay for all the salaries of these individuals here, and not a single Democrat showed up. I don't even want to make this Republican or Democrat issue. However, that's just the facts.
Yeah, it is very concerning that not a single Democrat showed up to this. Not a single, well, one, but he wasn't even there the entire time. He just showed up to try and disenfranchise Nick Shirley and everything that he's worked hard for. Because that's all they have.
Democrats showed up on a hearing about fraud, and you are paying for their jobs. You're paying their salaries. You
know, it's kind of funny because I think these foreign countries are trying to actively go out and make Americans so angry that they try to rise up against the government, but they're realizing exactly what the United States people are doing. The thing is that most people are so overworked and underpaid that they have to get 2 or 3 jobs just to support themselves now. And most people are just exhausted. They don't have the ability to just go out, quit their job, and support themselves and just go and try to overthrow the government. I think what they're trying to do is cause widespread anarchy, defund the police, defund the federal government, and effectively just make people do what happened on January 6th, the insurrection, right? They want people to charge the White House and try to burn it down. But these foreign countries are finding out real quick that most people that have families aren't going to do that. They're going to try and bring it to the voting box office. In a way, they found out that Americans are just lazy. It's hilarious. Like, Americans are just lazy and they don't want to do that. They're just going to vote on what they want. And the thing is that they're realizing really quickly that the public opinion isn't what's going to win them into office. It's going to be bringing in their own form of terrorism to fund and vote for them in elections. And they have to back that by making sure that these people that they do this with are not only brought here, but they stay funded by giving them housing, food, transportation, healthcare, just money in general to stay here. They're finding out that just paying for protests isn't working because the people that are being paid to protest aren't willing to be their hitmen. That's what it's boiling down to.
States taxpayer. That's almost like fraud itself to not show up to your own job. Imagine if you didn't show up to your own job. What would happen? You wouldn't get paid. These people don't even show up, yet they still get paid. That's absolutely crazy. On top of the Democrats not showing up, they actually brought someone to testify against me, and that person they brought is blind. So we're talking about fraud, yet they bring someone who actually
Bro, they literally brought in somebody that's Daredevil.
Not even see the fraud. Nothing against blind people, but that's just a fact that the person they brought to the hearing to testify against me, his vision is impaired. He actually cannot see the fraud.
I don't think that you should have said that, Nick Shirley. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You shouldn't have said that he was blind. When you emphasize something like that, it doesn't look good. Just for like your public best interest, you shouldn't have said that. In fact, I would recommend taking this video down and erasing that. I would. It just doesn't look good.
And now let's get into me testifying.
It's different for somebody like me to point something like that out, but somebody like you that's trying to put like a good public opinion, because you have to maintain that, bringing that up isn't good.
Then also answering the questions back from the senators. However, really quick, if you guys want to help support the work we're doing, you guys can go to Anti-Fraud.
Is an independent journalist known for his on-the-ground investigations, which he publishes on his social media pages and the Anti-Fraud Club website. Mr. Shirley.
My name is Nick Shirley. I'm a 100% independent journalist who seeks each day to serve we the people of the United States with the mission to show the world the reality of things as they really are. America was built and created by strong men and women who loved America and never would have thought to rob, steal, or cheat from its very own citizens. Unfortunately today, America's good faith has been abused by others, often foreigners who seek to harm, rob, and cheat America. Through my efforts...
Yeah, but we got to find the people that actually did this, the people that know the United States government and how it works, and we got to put them people up on capital punishment after you charge them and convict them legally with treason. So, like, use the legal system. I'm not advocating for violence, but they should do a full-scale investigation on these sanctuary cities, like Tim Walz, for example, and if they find anything that shows that he was complicit with this and that he showed these people what to do, like these illegals and these immigrants, how to set up these businesses and take taxpayer dollars, they should be put up for treason. They should, because this money is going back to their countries. It's going back to, like, terrorist organizations.
I've exposed billions of dollars.
I'm not calling these people where they come from like terrorist people. I'm saying that their money that they are getting is specifically in Minneapolis is going back to Somalian terrorism. It is. Like, it's
of fraud and helped save America hundreds of billions for years to come. When we talk about fraud, we are talking about money that is being stolen from hardworking, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. This issue has nothing to do with political parties. No dollar says Republican or Democrat on it. When a fraudster commits fraud, he or she steals from all of us. Last December, I published a 43-minute-long video exposing widespread fraud in Minnesota. That video became one of the most viewed videos in internet history and gained over 4 billion views.
And if he had uploaded that to YouTube, YouTube would have slapped it down and killed all of its viewership. It was because he uploaded it to X, it got as popular as it did.
Just 7 days across all forms of media. The fraud was so obvious that the fraudsters weren't even trying to hide it. The infamous Quality Leering Center was born, and that video has become one of the most consequential videos in American history.
That's right.
By the amount of legislation it has created. Since posting it, over 30 bills have been created and introduced in Congress regarding fraud. A new fraud task force has been created, and the Treasury is working on new systems to stop fraud at unprecedented levels. I helped ignite a war on fraud across the country. People often wonder how come this fraud became so big and how come it becomes so rampant? And the reason is because no one actually ever really looked into it.
No, because they're paid to turn a blind eye to it. That's why. I mean, the same people that are sitting here and, like sending these people here to our country and then taking the money that they're getting from all this government subsidized like funding and stuff and sending it back to their own country, of course. Of course, they're not going to want to look at that. They're probably even using a portion of that money going to their countries in order to pay off people or like corporations like these big TV news broadcasters like CNN. I would even argue that Fox at some point has been guilty of this. I mean, allegedly, right? Allegedly. I want to make that very clear. Allegedly. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, this is happening. No, allegedly. I mean, you could only speculate, right? Until somebody does an actual full-scale CIA, FBI investigation into these like big media outlets like CNN, MSNBC, News 7, Fox News, right? I feel like they're all guilty of this to some extent.
Offered to help by creating Doge. People burned his factories, bombed his cars, and politicians even celebrated his company's stock going down. Elon was right when he said the fraudsters complained the loudest.
Well, it's just like the tariffs, man. The reason why you have all these people crying about the tariffs is because they are not making as much money sending their stuff out to these foreign countries to get their slave labor and the kids that work in the cobalt mines that make cell phones to it's not as profitable for them anymore. So you have to sit there and complain about it because what Trump is doing is working. It's not as profitable to send these phones out to foreign companies.
The fraud actually also exposed the politicians and media who worked for years to cover it up. Governor Tim Walz labeled my work as white supremacy and called me a far-right delusional conspiracy theorist.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he dropped out of re-election, and he even said he has ended his political career.
And the people that were involved in his videos, a lot of them pled guilty to the charges. So
now the highest government-funded daycare in Minnesota has pleaded guilty to daycare fraud, and the largest autism bust in America.
The thing is like because of this, they need to denaturalize any Somalian that's third generation. That is below. Like if you're only here for 2 generations, you need to be denaturalized and sent back. Like we allowed you to come here, and this is what we got. I just don't. I don't think it should be acceptable. I just don't. And then any third generation Somalian immigrant that's here, they should be able. Any third generation should immediately be given citizenship after they are vetted, after they are given a thorough, clean background check back to their own country, right? But if you've only been in America for 2 generations, like your father came here and now you're here as a child, send them both back.
Has been exposed. Where is Tim Walz in the media now? It just so happens that over 80% of the fraud committed in Minnesota is by the Somali population. After Minnesota, I exposed widespread fraud in California within the daycare and hospice community, where an impossible 1/3 of Americans on hospice care were set to die in Los Angeles.
And that's me being conservative, by the way. There are people that want the full denaturalization of every immigrant in the country. I don't like that idea. I do think that if you're not a contributing member and you don't hold down a job, like I don't even care what kind of job it is. If you hold down a job that pays taxes into the system, welcome to America. Seriously. That's like genuinely. But if not, and you came here and you lost your job, you got to be sent back, bro. Like I like no. Now, like if you like after a certain time, right? They're obviously like, oh well, I lost the job for 6 months and I had to file for unemployment / food stamps. That's different. Clearly, that's different. I'm talking like, and you know they got another job, but after a year, sorry, but we can't really keep affording you. You can't just stay on these government fundings forever. We can't. Like, they're supposed to be for citizens. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there are obviously exceptions. Like, if you have a first world immigrant that's come here and assimilated, they pass their background check and they're actually holding a job. They're, you know, like, or they served in the military. If their family lineage served in the military in the United States of America, their entire lineage should be given citizenship, even their spouse. Non-negotiable. That's the other exception. If you served in the military and you were an immigrant and you got your immigration status through the military, welcome to America, American citizen. That's another exception. I should also talk about that as well. Service to the military is immediate citizenship.
The next day, the government...
And when you retire from the military, you should get full benefits. And you should be given like if you served in the military, you should immediately get... And this isn't just for immigrants. This should be for every American serviceman. You should be given a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, one in your lifetime. If you sell it, then it's on you, right? 1 3-bedroom, 2-bath family home. Your children's entire college fund should be paid for. Your college fund should be paid for. You should be given a fat check so that way you don't have to worry about taking out disability. We need a complete and total reform of the VA. Your health insurance should be taken care of. Your transportation should be taken care of. What else? I mean, like, there's no reason why we have homeless veterans. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. It's unacceptable, and it's non-negotiable that this should be a thing.
Sure.
If we can do it for illegals and immigrants that come to this country, we can do it for servicemen.
Newsom posted an AI-generated image of myself trying to mock and discredit my work. Only days later, he and his attorney general both tried to take credit for exposing the fraud. Now the attorney general's wife has created a bill that would make it criminal to expose fraud. The Stop Nick Shirley Act, also known as AB 2624, will help fraudsters cover up their crimes and prevent themselves from being exposed specifically in immigrant communities. Politicians often use immigrant communities to commit fraud. Why would they allow this to happen? In California, Medi-Cal, their Medicaid program, has now more than doubled from $108 billion in 2022 to a proposed $222 billion, while enrollment has only rose by less than 1%. The system is filled with bad actors and fraudsters. In New York...
Journalism is crucial to this.
Yeah, it is.
You're a partner in what we need to do. And it's only because of those videos that expose that we have any chance of trying to rein in this beast. But you mentioned the Stop Nick Shirley Act. What is that? I mean, can you describe that in greater detail?
Yeah, so that's a
It's
bill...
a blatant violation of the First Amendment is what it is. It suppresses freedom of the press.
That's been created by Mia Bonta, the wife of the Attorney General of California. And the official title is AB 2624, and it's to make it essentially illegal to expose and to film outside of immigration support service providers. That means any entity that provides services to illegal migrants, whether that be healthcare or legal fees. If I were to go out and film a video in front of one of these locations, perhaps an NGO like Churla that's received over $80 million from the government, and they give me a piece of paper and they say, hey, you cannot publish that video. If that bill passes, it'll be illegal for me to
So it really ought to be renamed the Protect Medicaid Fraudster Act.
It's got to be no. I got one better for you. It's got to be the Protects and Violates the United States Constitution and the Amendments Act.
Would probably be a better description of that.
First
correct?
Amendment, correct. First Amendment destroyer.
Why do you think you have such
Y'all remember how many times these idiots were trying to be like, oh, but the amendments, oh, the amendments, guys, oh, the amendments, oh. How many people have I banned off of stream that were like, oh, but your First Amendment right to sit there and throw bricks at police officers, oh. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Pushback from our colleagues on the other side of the aisle.
Get out of here, bro.
Just the denigration here from the ranking member, from Governor Newsom. Why is that? You would think trying to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse would be a completely nonpartisan issue.
Because they quite frankly need the fraud. They actually need the fraud.
I want to run several questions past you, and I've got several big issues. But Shirley, how are you identifying initially what you're actually finding? Like, what's the tip that you're saying, I think there may be fraud there? How are you identifying that?
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Well, he goes to the site, he finds the places that have been given mass amounts of money, he prints it out, and then he goes there to see what's going on.
Go through these databases and look for the largest amount of funding, and then also looking for the anomalies that come. For instance, in New York City, at these adult daycares, there were 7,899 patients enrolled into an adult daycare, and they received $12.9 million. And I go to that daycare, there's only one floor, and it'd be, quite frankly, impossible to enroll that many patients into that daycare.
Yeah. So it's just going through the available public data on it.
Yes, and then also relying upon Americans. For instance, I learned about the Minnesota fraud from Minnesotans. I went there and they told me, hey, finally, you're here to make a video on the fraud. I said, well, what are you talking about? And they said, well, this fraud's happening, this fraud's happening. And so then after that, for 6 months, I looked for that information about the fraud.
Mr. Shirley, I'll start with you.
Hey, wasn't there another argument that was saying that Nick Shirley only took like a week or so to do this independent journalism? People were like, oh, he's not really an independent journalist. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He didn't investigate it long enough. Nick Shirley just said that he investigated it for 6 months. 6 months, which I'm sure is more time than these Democrats are going to use to look over the document that Trump just redacted yesterday on voter fraud.
The previous Controller General of the GAO had been in office since 2011. What were you doing in 2011?
Playing football and basketball.
And what grade were you in?
At that time, I was 9 years old. So.
9? Gotcha. So you were 9 years old, and this person served for 15 years in government. We have this idea that maybe we double down on that.
And you know what wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Elon Musk? This wouldn't have been as big as it was if it were not for Elon Musk taking X. We would still be suppressed. We would be living within a government with these corporations being ran and influenced by foreign companies, by foreign governments, I mean. This would never have come to the light. They would have buried it just like they buried all the voter fraud that happened in the United States government. They would have buried it and it never would have came out.
A process that failed for 15 years, that somehow would be better off, and yet you went in at your risk and exposed fraud. I'm going to take a different angle.
And you know what better way to claim that you're not influenced by a foreign power than to allow these sponsorships to influence you, but these sponsorships are from foreign affairs. Oh yeah, well we're not being we're not being influenced by foreign companies. Well, look at Visa and MasterCard. Visa and MasterCard's tried to start cracking down on what Steam can and can't have in its library, and you don't think that this isn't more of an industrial scale thing that's happening all over social media, all over legacy media? Come now. Do you really think us so stupid?
How does it make you feel as somebody who's 25 years old to know that your generation is going to pay the bill for everything that's happened right now? We have $40 trillion in debt.
Yeah.
And yet your generation is going to pay the price.
Yeah, I think that's the sad thing is my generation's the one who's affected the most from this fraud and from the national debt. It's extremely hard for anyone my age to buy a home, even just to be able to...
Just to be able to afford rent, brother. Just to be able to afford rent. It's almost impossible.
Accumulate the money to have a down payment inside your bank account. It's very, very hard. Mm-hmm. And so when you see a fraudster who literally opens up a Leering Center and they receive $1.9 million.
And they're living in a multi-million-dollar house while you're sitting there working 3 jobs, barely able to afford rent and bills. But remember, it's because you're not working hard enough. Just like Bengio said, whatever the hell that name is, that dude, it's because you're not working hard enough and you're lazy. You're lazy, right? I mean, he made $22,000 back in '98, which was roughly about $48,000 in the year 2022. I mean, the year 2020, right? I mean, in the year 2000, Jesus Christ. But in the year 2020, that's roughly $23,000. But it's your fault. You're not working hard enough.
And that was going on for years, and no one ever did anything. We had all this oversight. We had all, like...
We got to move on from this because I'm running out of time. Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley, as always. Please go check out Nick Shirley. Bro's an absolute patriot, and I look forward to seeing the entire political atmosphere change because of him. Mossy Oat Cracker. Good morning, Mossy Oat Cracker. W for the Golden Poopy. Mossy Oat Cracker. We have to move on from this, unfortunately. Still haven't looked at Fox. Let me use the bathroom, and then let me make sure there's no, like, firearms or anything. Okay, yeah. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back, okay? Ow. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what do we got? Alleges dim senators had relationship with House Affairs. Okay. Hopefully, because I'm sure Fox actually covered it, right?
Here at home, a new report dishes new details on Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego's love life, including reported sexual relationships with at least 2 House staffers.
That's right, and it's putting his friendship with disgraced former Congressman.
I don't care about that, dude.
We're here with our friend Nathan Sales, former ambassador at large and coordinator for counterterrorism. One of the sharpest knives in the drawer, I might add.
Honestly.
Nathan Sales.
Counterterrorism, bro. Those are some bad guys right there. They know their business. Counterterrorism that's one hell of a job, I'll say that.
Sales. Where do we go from here with Iran? You see what the president's doing. I'm very supportive of his military action that he's taking here.
I agree.
And do we, as a country, really understand this enemy is not about deals or transactions and so forth?
Mark, thanks for having me. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. We are returning to the default Donald Trump approach to Iran, which
it's about damn time.
Is make no concessions and impose our will on the regime via coercive force, economic sanctions, military force, diplomatic pressure, and isolation.
Yeah, no, just completely oppressively dominate the Iran government, the IRGC, just completely, like, put the full weight of the United States military, Navy, Air Force, and Space Force, and let them collapse under the weight. Like, militarily, financially, everything. Just let it crack them down.
That has been the approach that Donald Trump has taken.
Grind
with
them to a
respect
stump.
Iran, not just this term and the first term, but dating back to his life as a private citizen back in the 1980s. So nobody should be surprised to see Donald Trump pivoting back to his instinctive approach to Iran. So pressure on Iran towards what end? Well, I think the most immediate...
To the end of the IRGC. That's the goal. That should have been the goal from day one. As long as the IRGC remains in power, there will always be a group of people that will systematically go through the entire Middle East, destabilize it, and try to get nukes so that way they can bomb and control the rest of the world. That's obviously the end of the goal. That's the end goal right there, is the complete and total liberation of the Iranian people and the complete and total removal of terrorist proxies and the IRGC all across the Middle East. That should have been the goal from day one. I've been saying that since day one, since even before Trump started bombing them.
Immediate goal here is to make sure that the strait is open. And what we're seeing is essentially a three-part strategy to open the strait on our terms and deny Iran any ability to threaten it or extort money from it. So that's the military pressure. And it looks like we're focusing on military capabilities that Iran is using to take shots at shipping in the Gulf. That's the first element. The second element is maximum economic pressure. We saw the president announce the blockade is back on. We also saw the Treasury Department reimpose economic sanctions on Iranian oil exports, and that's going to crush their economy. $435 million a day.
That's a lot.
That's a big hole to dig your way out of. And then the third part of this, I think, is a coalition, an international coalition that can escort friendly ships through.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Well, like, until we get this international coalition, we should probably flood the Strait of Hormuz with Navy ships, like United States Navy ships, to give those ships their not only like safety, but security and also convenience and ease through the strait, like ferry them through, you know?
The Gulf. Now, the French and the British have said, yeah, that's a great idea, and we're prepared to commit our naval assets to helping the United States do it. I think it's time to step up. It would be great to see some French flags and Union Jacks alongside the Stars and Stripes there in the Strait of Hormuz to ensure the free flow of friendly shipping.
Oops. Vital resource. Did not mean to click that. U.S. launches new waves of strikes at Iran. Good. This needs to happen.
Overnight, the U.S. launching a new wave of strikes on Iran, destroying military and maritime targets, including a key port tower, as the administration ramps up pressure over the Strait of Hormuz. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt citing Iran's recent attacks as the reason for this very operation.
They were not to fire on commercial vessels moving through the Strait of Hormuz.
Didn't she get fired? Who is this?
And unfortunately, they have made the tragic decision for them to do that. And President Trump is not going to sit by and allow these acts of terrorism to take place in the Strait without ensuring Iran pays consequences for that. The president will hold them accountable.
Maybe I'm tripping. Is that not? That can't be Pam Bondi, right? There's no way. Pam Bondi. Is that Pam Bondi? No, that's not Pam Bondi. Is it? No, it's not. I'm tripping. I'm actually tripping. I'm tripping, guys.
They turn their back on the words that they state to the United States, but he is
it's not Pam Bondi. Yeah, I was like,
at the very same
am
time.
I tripping?
Will
I haven't seen her face in so long. I actually haven't seen either one of them.
Armand, and he joins me now. Well, good morning to you. Great to see you. So gauge for us what took place overnight. These U.S. attacks on infrastructure.
Bro, if you dye your hair, you have to dye the drapes too, bro. You can't do like one and not the other. You look weird. You got like this weird like zoo thing going on, or like this the zebra thing. You gotta fix this, bro.
Roads and bridges leading into the port city of Bandar Abbas. Why were these targets on the U.S. hit list?
Carly, this is part of a deliberate campaign to both punish Iran for violating the terms of the MOU.
Actually, you know what? I don't think he dyed his hair. It's the jelly. He's got that hair jelly. Bro, you gotta
Also set conditions for whatever further military operations may be necessary in the immediate future. This is clearly the infrastructure, the roadways, bridges, some port infrastructure that would be necessary to both sustain combat operations for Iran into the Strait, but also conduct.
That doesn't even make any sense. We already know they're using tunnel systems. They openly say it. Why are we attacking roadside bridges? They say that they're using tunnel systems. You should be dropping bunker busters under anything that you blow up. If there's a missile site, you should be dropping a bunker buster that's twice the payload of the missile that you drop on top of the missile site. You gotta break up these tunnels, man.
Like resupply. I think we're going to squeeze the neck of Iranian military infrastructure around the Strait of Hormuz so that they're not able to sustain their attacks. And if necessary, give the president options to conduct further military action so we can solve the problem of the openness of the Strait of Hormuz for good. We're not going to be held hostage by Iran going forward.
Okay, so the U.S. is fighting, of course, to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. Iran wants it closed, but now there's also focus on a new waterway. According to Reuters, here's the quote: Iran has asked Yemen's Houthi movement to stand ready to close the Red Sea oil route if the United States strikes Iranian power infrastructure, three sources told Reuters on Thursday, posing a potential new threat to global energy supplies. If this does happen and the Houthis do close the Red Sea port, how significant would that be? How much damage would that do?
Well, since they're already talking about it, there should already be an entire Navy or like armada over there ready for it to be shut down. That's what should be happening. And if Israel has allies, then we should just bomb the crap out of the allies too. Like, there's no reason. I mean, not Israel. I'm sorry. If Iran has allies, we should be bombing the crap out of the allies too. It is how is this even a question? And while we're at it, we should be telling Israel to go ahead and clean up Lebanon. Keep pushing Lebanon back like crazy.
It's definitely an issue, Carly. I mean, it would be significant, but I think that kind of puts the cart before the horse because the United States and Saudi Arabia will have a vote here. What's interesting is that Saudi Arabia has already been working ahead of Iranian efforts to try and reinforce Houthi rebels. They've closed airspace to Iranian planes trying to land in the peninsula.
Oh, so the Saudi Arabia is actively trying to fight back the Houthis. Saudi Arabia. Go get them, big dog. Go get them. Break them down.
And I think the United States and Saudi Arabia aren't going to sit idly by while the Houthis try. And
yeah, that's what happens whenever you flood and destabilize countries for generations, big dog. That's what happens when you bomb random civilian targets in foreign countries. Whenever you are the one of the targets now, you're finding out real quick that your bullying is you bullying all these countries is backfiring. Big time.
This critical juncture of maritime traffic. So it's clearly a tenuous time, but what is unique is that the United States is enforcing its foreign policy. This is not necessarily a failure of the MOU. This is the United States living by the terms of the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran and demonstrating that we will use significant military force if Iran violates the agreement. Yeah. So in many ways, this is a reasonable outcome from the negotiations that have transpired. I don't think
so. I think a more reasonable outcome would have already been done. Like, every time you blow up one of these missile sites, you need to bunker bust the site so that way the tunnels collapse. And then on top of that, every time they take out every time they attack a tanker and they kill innocent people in the tanker, we should just immediately wipe out one of their cities using a nuclear penetrating warhead. We should be doing a lot more. For example, would a nuclear penetrating warhead be able to decimate one of Iran's cities every time? God damn it, it just went through. Would using a penetrating nuclear warhead decimate Iran cities and take them out in one go? Hold on. Would a penetrating nuclear warhead take out one Iranian city? I googled it yesterday. I should have just
Yes,
said.
a penetrating nuclear warhead would destroy an Iranian city. Its explosive power, heat, and radioactive fallout would cause total devastation, far greater than what conventional weapons could achieve.
So yeah, every time they blow up a tanker, we should just penetrate. We should just bunker bust nuclear power their city. Just do it. They're killing citizens. We need to be doing the same thing. Because it'll cause more of an uproar with the citizens if they realize that not only the IRGC necks are on the line, but unfortunately so are they. We can't allow this country to continue to harm people outside of the country. We can't. This has to stop. This has to stop. And I guarantee you, if Iran sees, because like if you use a penetrating nuke inside of the city, it will be just like dropping the nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You will see a massive uprising from not only the citizens, but the other IRGC members that will understand the full scale of America's capabilities. You would also take out the entire tunnel systems. You would completely annihilate any ability they have at restocking anything because the city would be gone. You would also turn off their ability to industrialize war machines like the prison baby system and turning them into terrorists to further their goals in the Middle East. That's what I propose. Every time they blow up a tanker and people die on the tanker, you nuke you penetrating nuclear bomb one of their cities and wipe it off the map. You do this enough, you will eventually take out leadership that are in bunkers underneath the cities, and there will be nothing left. And you do this until they surrender. We were going to bomb the shit out of China until we sunk China. I'm so sorry. Japan until we sunk Japan. We had a third nuclear bomb lined up. We need to do the exact same thing to Iran. They want to use their religion and their belief in their God to continue killing innocent people around the world. Let's show them what God looks like. Let's send them straight home. Oh, well, here's the thing is they're willing to die for their cause. Okay, then kill them. You want to die for the cause? I'll speed run it for you. Problem solved. The world is tired of these people. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Israel, Lebanon, Palestine, all of these places have been held hostage by these terrorist scum. And it's time for them to go. It is. It's long overdue. We have the capabilities. Just do it. Oh, but you can't use nukes. It's a war crime. Who enforces war crimes? Whose money is paying for this while the other countries sit around and do nothing? We are protecting their oil infrastructure. We don't need the Strait of Hormuz to win this war. They are using the Strait to cause pressure from our allies onto us. And as far as I'm concerned, any ally that wants to sit there and cause pressure on Trump for taking out a terrorist organization in the Middle East, instead of going there and defending their own tankers, is no ally to America. Period.
It's an indication that anything has failed or that policies have failed. This is what it means when America justly applies military power in a region that requires a really tense dynamic diplomacy and force.
Well, the president said,
I don't think so. I don't think we're the red dots. This is this is where the United States Navy should be, but we're off the map that way.
That power plants could be targeted next week, so we will certainly be keeping an eye on the Red Sea. Director of the American Military Project at Claremont, Will Tebow, we thank you for your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Carly.
All right, Nate. Over.
That's exactly what I think we should do. You do that a few times, they'll stop. And it's just whenever they attack tankers. If they attack a tanker, penetrating nuclear warhead, their entire city. One city at a time. Every time they do this, nuke a city. It can be done. Oh, but you can't do that. These people are going to kill us all. They're going to kill everybody, dude.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent warning about the danger of far-left terrorism across the globe. And it's personal for Secretary Bessent.
I don't care about what's going on across the globe. If you have somebody here in America that is online advocating for the death of political opponents, you should immediately weaponize the United States, the FBI, and the CIA and go get them, put them in jail for 10 years. It's not your freedom of speech to threaten people. It's not. You can call someone an asshole all you want, but you can't threaten them. That's not your freedom of speech. Anybody trying to tell you that that's in your Constitution is blatantly lying to you to push their narrative.
As a left-wing activist tried to kill him last year, this is news. The suspect pleading guilty to bringing a knife and 2 explosive devices to the U.S. Capitol will be sentenced next month.
Good.
Secretary Rubio says that left-wing extremism, is real, and that the intelligence that they are privy to indicates that it's actually growing.
Well, yeah, it's terrorism. That's exactly what it's not extremism, it's terrorism. They're using the same tactics that Iran is using in the Middle East to decimate places like Lebanon. They're using their proxy terrorism to destabilize the governments, just like what's going on here. It's almost a one-for-one for what they're doing in the Middle East. So it's no surprise that they would try to weaponize our own government, considering how easy it is to become a political opponent to the Republicans and or Democrats. I mean, even the Democratic Socialists have completely taken over the Democratic Party already. Yeah. And they're doing it because they can, and there are no like regulations for it either. There's nothing protecting our democracy, or like not necessarily a democracy, but like, you know, there's nothing protecting our not only our elected officials from who gets into office, but our elections in general. Right? There's nothing there. There are no protections. There's no voter ID. There's no citizen generational citizenship to make sure that people that are getting into politics and becoming like mayors and town hall people and the just in general the presidency, there's nothing there. There's no protection from allowing foreign terrorists from coming in and literally being voted into office by the mass immigration that is being brought in from their third world countries that are voting them into power. That's literally what's going on. They're mass importing immigrants, and then they are using those immigrants to secure votes to get into power. That's what they're doing.
Far-left political terrorism is not a recent day.
Thank you, Marco Rubio, for calling it what it is. If it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's probably a damn duck.
Novelty. It is not a fiction.
It's not activism, it's terrorism.
Manufactured by conservative politicians. For most of the modern era, it was in fact the dominant form of political violence.
With that, we bring in State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott. Welcome, Tommy. Good to have you back on the program. I want to put up the list of countries that attended this today. It's a long list: political terrorism, ministerial, and many countries involved in being part of this. What is the goal of drawing attention to this far-left extremism? What's the action that the Secretary of State wants to see taken?
It's to instill fear and terror, just like any terrorist organization. Well, you can't say that because they'll kill you. Fuck you. I'd rather die a cold-blooded American patriot than to die a fucking coward sucking on my thumb. Any day of the week, any day of the month, and any year that I've ever been alive.
Well, look, 2 things on this. First is a clear recognition and case made about the sharp increase in these type of activities that we have seen in recent years. In Europe, for example, we are seeing attacks from far-left terror groups on par with jihadist terror groups. We're seeing in the United States that there are more attacks and plots from far-left terror groups than any other ideology. This is a real threat that must be addressed. And the second point on this to address that threat is the transnational nature. We are seeing these groups able to fundraise in one country, recruit in another, plan in the third, and then launch an attack in the fourth. We have to have a transnational approach to address this. And that's why those over 60 countries there was so important, to have that concrete plan to address this threat for all of our countries.
And these are Antifa and Antifa-like groups around the country in order to.
They need to, if you get found out or registered under Antifa, like if you look up how to make bombs on the internet, you immediately get put on a registry. If you are Antifa and they figure out that you're Antifa, they should immediately, the FBI should show up, do a full-scale investigation, debank you, follow the money trail, and figure out where the money's coming from. And I guarantee you, it's kind of funny. They probably already have done this, but these people don't even realize that it's been done already. Guarantee you. But you're not going to reason. Here's the thing. This is another reason why if my viewership comes back to stream, right? If ever, it may never, I don't really care. If people start popping up in chat that are like how we used to deal with, I'm just going to permaban them. Because the thing is like, there's more and more coming out about them being paid to do this nonsense. There's no reason to try and engage with somebody whose financial gain is to try and make you hate your country. You're not going to reason with them because they're not doing it for reason. They're doing it for financial and personal gain. That's why they're doing it. Let's be completely honest here. You're not reasoning with somebody that is trying to be talked out of their, I guess, personal logic. You're talking to somebody that is being paid to push their agenda. That's where we're at now. With how much that's come out, this is where we're at. If they're doing it with the elections, you know that they're also doing it with these protests and these people that are online, these bot accounts, and these people that want to claim that they're this crazy. Now, there are probably a few brainwashed individuals, sure, but the overwhelming majority of them, I guarantee you, is botted pay-for stuff.
Have them declared terrorist group in this country, you have to establish that they have that transnational organization. So do you have that evidence that links these groups, A? And B, is there a state driver behind these? Is China involved, Russia involved? Is there a state actor that you see?
Well, first of all, we've already seen 4 of these groups being designated from the State Department in Germany, Greece, and Italy, for example, based off of the terrorist.
This is old Antifa. You see, they can't dress like this in America because if there's mobs of people dressed in black like this, they immediately get arrested. They have to wear different clothing here.
Activities that they are doing. And that's where this starts, from the practitioner level. Sometimes we're hearing from critics of this policy, somehow it's driven by politics, when nothing could be further from the truth. This is practitioners recognizing this threat, the real activity we're seeing from these groups, and then designating appropriately. More designations, as the Secretary indicated, are to come. So that's a very important part of this. And when we designate those groups, it allows us actually to go after those that are providing material support for these groups, the financing, for example, as the Treasury Secretary mentioned, to make sure that we're stopping these terrorist activities where we are seeing them.
And are those foreign state actors, those funders?
So as the Secretary indicated, there are hostile nations that are involved in this. That is something that the Secretary mentioned in his speech, including Cuba, for example. We're also seeing a overlap.
USAID completely decimated these protests, these riots that they start as. Not really. I mean, if you start congregating in a protest and it's in the middle of the street and here's the thing, you can protest in America. You should do it the way Martin Luther King did it. You have to get permits. You get permits and you talk to the local police and they will section off an area for you to protest. I feel like they should completely make it illegal if you do not get permits like Martin Luther King did to protest. They should. They should completely ban you from being able to do it.
With Iranian regime-funded terrorist groups as well, and our partners are also raising concerns about hostile nations.
They should make sure that anybody can apply and get permits, right? But they should make sure that if you have permits for a gathering like this, and if they don't tell the police in the area they plan on protesting, that it still leads them to being arrested. And everything needs to be documented as well. Everything. When they tell, like, the police should have a form that they can have the individual fill out, that they use, like they take a picture of your your permit to let you protest and everything. Like, protesting is a right, but the thing is like, you've got these foreign countries that are protesting now to cause chaos and anarchy. And we have to change with the evolving times. We have to. Just like voter ID. We have to make changes to our government in order to maintain our great United States of America. We have to. We have to change with the times. We are coming at a point where we're getting to a point where we have protests that are being paid for. We have our voters, our elections being tampered with by foreign countries. We are mass importing groups of terrorists. Not all of them. Not all immigrants are terrorists. But the unvetted nature of a lot of them makes the probability of us importing groups of them way higher. That's where we're at. We need to do something about this, or we will fall as a country. And it won't matter how big our military is.
Funding these groups.
And it starts by getting all these old ass people out of the government.
These are obviously efforts to undermine the stability of Western civilization at large. And here is the Secretary of State, this is number 2, speaking about what motivates them. Watch.
For these architects of revolutionary violence, the towering achievement of our civilization, for them, it's an unbearable humiliation, a reminder of what they cannot do, and a reminder of what they cannot be. So they choose instead to destroy. This is the nature of the terrorism we face today. They despise the West because the West is great.
Does this effort bring together intelligence efforts around the globe with these countries? And obviously the Five Eyes nations would be part of this. What's the combination between intelligence and the State Department to try to fight back?
Well, that's the important part of a summit like this that brings the practitioners together with the policymakers, the practitioners being intelligence analysts, law enforcement, prosecutors. And that's where this began, those practitioners recognizing this growing threat. So a ministerial like this brings the practitioners together with the policymakers so that we can continue coordination, continue information sharing. And that's an important part of this effort. And I think an historic part of that speech was also the case made against these groups, the failed ideology that motivates them. And so we're going to continue fighting this fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's really part of the larger picture you look at, the military threats that we face around the world, AI threats that we face, and these kind of groups that, people might not recognize as typical warfare, but they seek to undermine and destabilize the Western nations in the world. So, very important topic today.
Ramboni, W. Ramboni.
Thanks for having me on.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the...
W, seriously. Okay, let me see. Is there anything else? Storm drains into major U.S. cities.
For retired four-star General Jack Keane, Fox News senior strategic analyst, chairman.
We're gonna watch this, and we're gonna move into body cam. Like I said, I'm gonna have to start getting off at 11:30 because of how I have to structure my videos now. It's more editing that I have to do, and until I get accustomed to it, I don't want to be editing until 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
For retired four-star General Jack Keane, Fox News senior strategic analyst, chairman of the Institute of Study of War. General, here we are, day 6 of this campaign.
Let me restart this.
For retired four-star General Jack Keane, Fox News senior strategic analyst, chairman of the Institute of Study of War. General, here we are, day 6 of this campaign. Is there how would you describe the game plan, and how are we doing in executing it?
Well, actually, we're executing Project Freedom. Remember, that was the plan to open the Straits of Hormuz back on May the 4th. It was a plan that, at that time, to be about 2 weeks in length. It was a very comprehensive plan, and we're executing it. We're not naming it, but that's the fact. And that plan is, one, to secure the straits, to clear the straits.
The issue with the Trump administration is they don't know what the hell they want. That's the real problem. Why, not only are they dragging their feet, but that toppled with the pressure of the foreign countries around Iran. That's the reason why everything's not really making sense. I've kind of been thinking about it for a hot minute now, and I'm fairly certain it's because Trump doesn't know what he wants to do with Iran, and I don't think he's willing to do the whole nuke the city plan. I think that the issue is that he just doesn't know what he wants to do. But instead of sitting there trying to, drag this out, there are a lot that there's a lot you can do
to protect shipping. And what you're seeing is one, the focus to take down all the means for them to interfere with shipping, missiles, drones, fast boats, and then the things that help and enable it, command and control, sensors, radars, and the logistical infrastructure.
Congratulations, you are just doing the same thing that we've been doing for the past 3 months. You want to change it? Whenever you blow up a missile site, drop a bunker buster under it, blow up the tunnels, because they're just going to restock it anyway. Anytime they take out a vessel in the Strait of Hormuz, penetrate, nuke one of their cities, problem solved. Every time they take out a civilian vessel, or they bomb a foreign country, with when civilian targets get hurt, you immediately you penetrating strike one of their cities, blow up the city, annihilate the city. Do the same thing we did with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And use the actual funding that we've got frozen in their banks in Iran to fund it all.
Support for it. And then we're also hitting Iran's ability to retaliate against the Gulf states, U.S. bases, or Israel if they choose to do that as well. And that's ballistic missiles, launch systems, and also drone inventory and storage sites. Isolating the Straits of Hormuz was always part of the plan. So that's why you see bridges being destroyed, because we don't want them to...
Well, I guess it is actually bridge week then. So Trump's doing what he said. He's taking out bridges. So I guess they're going to try to use their terrorist proxies in the Red Sea in order to take the Red Sea and cut off that oil route. And if that's the case, Saudi Arabia is already trying to back that and push back the Houthis, right? I think that's the name of them. So that's interesting. So they've got both here. Again, flood the United States Navy into the Strait, break off half, send it over to the Red Sea, and prepare for them to take that as well. If they already know what they're trying to do, we should be countering it. We should already be there with the Navy. And we should be telling the people of NATO either to send over their Navy to support or leave. Or we should leave NATO and make our own clause that allows other countries to join us. That's what we should be doing.
Come in and be able to reinforce logistically and begin to recover the capabilities that we're taking away from them. So nothing different about this. We just never saw Project Freedom being executed fully. Remember, it got stopped in the 36th hour, something outrageous by Saudi Arabia, if you recall, who would not permit us to fly out of their air base and not permit us to use their airspace, and also put pressure on us to stop the operation. So this takes some time to unfold to truly get it right. And hopefully this time we'll be able to complete it and get it right. And then here's what we got to remember. For Iran, the Straits of Hormuz is a strategic asset. No matter what happens here, they will continue to want to take it back from us because it's number one. They don't have a nuclear power capability. They're not even close to developing a weapon now. This is their number one strategic asset.
Doesn't Israel have a Navy? Like,
it gives them leverage over the Gulf states in the region, and they truly want to have an element of control here. And they are willing to fight us for it, and we have got to take it away from them and prevent them from ever getting it back under their control again. And let's finish this operation to get that done.
General, is it possible to make Iran incapable of stopping the Strait of Hormuz?
Yes. I mean, can they harass a little bit? Certainly. But we can take down all of their means and all of their ability to control it. And it just...
Israel has a Navy. They should be... What should be happening here is that the United States Navy, along with Israeli Navy, should be holding down the Strait of Hormuz while we send the other half of our Navy to the Red Sea to prepare for them to try and take that. And if Saudi Arabia has a problem with that, just bomb them too. What are we doing here? And then if we're still inside of NATO, we should leave NATO. We should leave NATO and make our own thing that other countries can join us. and we can, work with that. Because this is ridiculous.
Take some time to deal with this. And it's a comprehensive plan, to be sure. Let's complete the plan. And now we're going to have, what are the Iranians doing now? They're doing what they did once before to stop us on April the 8th. And that is, we're willing to make a deal. And what do they want us to do? They just want us to stop what they're doing. We're taking their number one strategic asset away from them, and they're going to talk about making a deal. And let's get something straight for the American people. There is a fiction created by the Iranians that there's a diplomatic side to the Iranians that are moderates. And
there is no diplomatic side to a country that has built entire military installations under the ground to functionally put together drones and military grades weapons. They utilize schools, hospitals for military use purposes. They drop mines in the Strait of Hormuz, which, by the way, is illegal. It's a war crime. The usage of military grade stuff inside of school systems and hospitals is also a war crime. The fact that they are using terrorist proxies all over the Middle East that they have grown from prison babies from their own population proves that these guys don't care about trying to make any kind of diplomacy. What they want is a full-scale war, and they've been planning for it for decades. And if you just unveil them, you see them for what they are. Just say it in a sentence and you'll realize how crazy these people are. Like, they just look at what they're doing.
We want to make a deal, and then there's these hardliners, the IRGC, and
they want to dominate the world.
Don't want to make a deal, and these diplomatic guys have kind of work with them and help us work with them, America.
And I know a lot of these countries think that they're safe from this. Look at it this way: if they're sending proxy terrorists inside of all of these other countries to terrorize the governments, like Lebanon, for example, Lebanon's a prime example. The terrorists there are launching missiles from apartment buildings filled with civilians, and Israel's having to retaliate. That's the type of people that they are. They want the nukes so they could use them. If you think they're going to stop with the fall of Israel, you're stupid. This affects everybody around the world. And if you think even China's going to be safe, you're cooked.
You got to understand the challenges that we're facing. That is all fiction created by them to play us. And we've got to wake up to the facts that are really in front of us. And the evidence speaks louder than their words.
No, exactly. Don't go based on what they're saying. Go based on what they're doing. Go based on what they've done for 50 years. Go based on what the Iranians that live there and are suffering every day are saying. Go based on the ones that had to pay for their loved ones whenever they went to pick up their bodies. Go based on the fact that you see bulldozers with bodies being, piled into unmarked mass graves. Go based on the body bags that line the street in Iran. Their actions say otherwise. They will gladly and happily kill off as many people as they can to get world dominance, and they don't care. We are but an obstacle for them, and so is Israel. That's why there's so much this anti-Israeli hate now. That's why.
They broke the MOU within days of their president signing it.
Yes.
That's a reality. Why? Because of what I said. This is their center of gravity.
They're trying to wait out Trump's administration, that's why. Their goal isn't for peace, it's to outlast the Trump administration, probably to fuck with our election and take it. So that way they can get another Democrat into office that will gridlock us for 4 years, allow them to get even more power, continue to attack Israel. Eventually, Israel will fall because they've got all of these other governments and countries that have been terrorized by the terrorists. And Israel will eventually fall, and when that day happens, they will use nukes to terrorize the rest of the world and keep the Strait of Hormuz for themselves. Why do you think they tried to surround Israel for so long? They're building tunnels underneath Israel. They're trying to change America's public view of Israel. They can't make the nukes, so they're trying to attain them by taking an entire country. Benjamin Netanyahu's just defending his people.
Strategic asset. We should not fall prey to this recent and now diplomatic overture to make a deal again. They just want to stop us from taking this strategic asset away from them. We've got to get on with doing it.
So there is no moderates, and we learned that in the 80s, if you paid attention. There are no moderates. There's a good cop, bad cop, however they're playing it. They're speaking with one voice, but they pretend to speak with two. Lastly, Iran says, if you guys target our power plants, we're going to tell the Houthis to shut off the best they can the Red Sea, and we'll see that map. Can the Houthis do that, and what would we do if they tried?
Well, the Houthis certainly can fire and initially shut it down, but then they're going to pay an awful price. We came close to taking just about everything away from the Houthis once before. We didn't finish that campaign because
and look what happened. They came back, didn't they? You know why? Because they keep getting funded. Iran is a massive industrial war machine that has been armoring itself for 50 years for the great global war. And we just put a huge thorn in their side.
Were willing to do what? They were willing to stop interfering with the Red Sea and the Suez Canal, which Bab Mandab leads to it. And they know full well what's coming if they attempt to do this. And it would likely bring the Israelis back into this and major combat operations again. So that's their choice to make, certainly, but we can deal with that if they execute them.
It's a very impressive war plan that's happening right now. We're not talking a lot about it. The Institute for Study of War is covering it, and General Jack Keene's all over it. General, thanks so much. Truly appreciate it. And hopefully we'll continue to have success as Day 6 is done. Thank you, General.
Morning,
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
For retired force.
Okay, we're going to move on to body cam, and then we're going to roll up out of here. Let's see, what do we got today? Teen calls friends to block police during... Oh, no, we about to watch this. For those of y'all that don't know, I was a firefighter, and one of the things that I had to get taught inside of school was, or college, is that if there are terrorist attacks, you have to be on the lookout for any kind of UAD or AU, whatever the hell that thing is, like the handmade bombs and stuff, because they typically try to target first responders. So, this kind of hits home for me.
Hey, we got movement! Hey, we got movement down the street!
I might have to do a lot of fast forwarding because of YouTube's BS firearms policy during live streams, so just kind of bear with it. I apologize in advance. By the way, check out Midwest Safety, Midwest Safety, hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Let me go ahead and just link y'all to video so that way y'all can check it out as well.
On June 29, 2025, around 1:40 p.m. in northern Idaho, Battalion Chief John Morrison and Engineer David Tisdale of the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department, along with Battalion Chief Frank Harwood of Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, drove up to the upper parking lot of Canfield Mountain after reports of a small brush fire in the area. There, they encountered 20-year-old Wes.
But battalion chiefs are typically people that are, so like they're ahead of the captains, they're above, they don't drive the engine, they're not part of the engine crew. Usually they come in and set up, incident command, right? And what they do is they usually either ride around in the red SUVs, the red trucks, white trucks, or white SUVs, typically. So anytime you see a SUV or a truck with that looks like a fire service vehicle behind a fire truck, means that they're rolling up to a bad incident. Means it's going to be bad. Multiple incident commanders is really bad. I think the most that I've heard of is 13, and that was from like I think it was 9/11 actually. Actually, I think it was more than 13. It might have been more than 13. But usually incident command from battalion chiefs are the ones that are on staff for the entire fire crew that's there for the day. Usually it's one battalion chief per fire department per day. So if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Rowley standing beside his pickup truck. The firefighters asked him to move his vehicle so they could reach the fire. He agreed, but instead of leaving, Rowley put on tactical gear, slipped into the brush, and prepared an ambush. Minutes later, Rowley opened fire. Morrison.
You see, these are battalion chiefs. These are the big dogs.
Harwood and Tisdale were all struck by gunfire.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Crews still en route to the fire had no idea an ambush had taken place. Around 2 p.m., more fire personnel arrived and saw the wounded firefighters. Despite being critically injured, Engineer Tisdale managed to call out and warn them.
Engineer Tisdale, I'm down. I'm not having any response from the battalion chief. I need help.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't see anybody around me, but it appears he was wearing some green, like military, maybe that.
Tisdale's warning stopped the arriving crews from walking directly into the active ambush. But up on the mountain, firefighters were already pinned down, wounded, trapped, and unsure how many shooters were still out there.
Some law enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, come
Battalion chief is BC.
now up here. Engine push 551. Do not come up here. We need law enforcement immediately.
They just told us 2 firefighters got shot. Where?
Got shot?
That's going to be that upper parking lot right there.
2310's coming down Nettleton Gulch now. 43, can you please take SWAT team, please? SWAT team should be going out here for this. Hey, where's the shooter? Need to find out more information where he's at.
By the way, like, in order to be a battalion chief, you don't just get hired for that position. Typically, you work your way up, right?
Central 2330. 2330. Is there anybody from the city that can possibly get the Bearcat for rescue? I will work on getting the city to get a Bearcat en route. Both Bearcats en route. I'm at the base of the hill. I'm kidding up in Hard Place. 4330. See if you can pitch drones too. Fires advising there's possibly 2 shooters. I know where there's a Central 2310. I need at least 2 or 3 cops to set up a perimeter around the fire at the base of the hill. Copy. 2 or 3 law enforcement officers to set a perimeter at the base. Not great.
Hey, 2310 is taking command right now. I'm with FS-19 and some other Fed law enforcement rangers.
Copy 2310.
Yeah. Okay, get behind something. 33, the command post is going to be base of the hill. I'm with
So this is where the shooting happened, the fire and suspect location, and this is the officers. So there are 3 firemen that are here.
FS-19.
One of them is talking, and the other 2, I would assume, are probably dead.
Ranger approximately halfway up. It appears they're trying.
And I would imagine that the one firefighter that's still talking is probably not long. He has a very finite amount of time. If he can't move and he's bleeding out, he needs help now.
Up. It appears they're trying to draw us into an ambush. I need both Bearcats as soon as possible.
I need a thermal drone up as soon as possible.
I'm just set up security down here. They're heading up with a react team. SWAT's en route. So I'm just going to post up here to add security for them because they're
Mark.
W Mark. In case someone comes blasting down.
Units up there though?
They're headed up the hill right now. There's one K9 and a Fed unit.
I need a direction of the shooter or last known direction of the shooter.
Hey guys, everybody behind vehicles and stay behind vehicles. So get on this side of vehicles if you can. We don't know where shooters are at right now.
Okay, we need to get this out of the way.
Up at the parking lot. Let's make sure the Bearcat can get through.
Once the Bearcat gets in, we're going to roll up and we're going to...
Drone on scene. 648 looks like he's getting ready to launch. Hey guys, we still don't have eyes on where the shooters are
Bro,
at.
we got to talk about giving the police department the ability to use like tactical airstrikes. We have to. Like, come on.
They can be moving anywhere. Please.
Oh, look, they got their bulletproof vests and helmets on. All fire trucks, typically in America, have something like this for incidents like this and school shooters. So whenever they go in to do triage for kids and stuff like that, they put these on.
Vehicles, just because we don't want any more
It's part of your morning check. You have to make sure that they're good to go.
casualties. I don't want to give
They
anyone
weigh a
easy
ton,
targets.
too.
Get behind vehicles for me on this side of vehicles if we could. They're up here somewhere. Get behind cover in case that mother is up here somewhere. They're pinned down in the upper parking lot right now, and I believe the shots came from above them. So anything that you can provide as far as visual.
Damn,
on
they even got the state police already there.
trying to ambush or anything. We have unknown direction where.
Those are wildland firefighters.
I want to stay on gun just in case. Keep going, all right? 2310, 2379, drone is in the air.
Firefighters shot. What? That fire is human cause, and they just shot the battalion chief. There were 2 active shooters up here on the hill. Oh my God. They tried to draw us in there, and as soon as we went in, the last 2 motorcycles that came out said they shot the battalion chief. They're shooting anybody that goes towards them.
Come over here. Bearcat.
4 firefighters, 6, 8, and then 10. Okay.
Do an officer rescue and then good perimeter 360. We don't know where it's coming from.
Okay. We know where they're at.
Upper parking lot is all we know, right where the fire is.
I gotta respond up.
I'm coming up to you now, Bowman.
Fire down there was saying they're coming from the direction of the fire. Hey, you.
Hey, when we get there, you 2 are grabbing a dude. Me, you, and FS-19, where you at? We're going to provide exterior security. You 3 are going to load dudes into the Bearcat, okay?
Okay.
It's been 17 minutes. Here it goes.
We're not all going to fit in here.
Bro, they rolling into fucking cavalry. God damn. Damn, bro.
I need some more medics if we can, because there's 4 firefighters.
I know, dude, but we're just going to get them out of here.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Oh, someone's car just went down the ravine.
And we just had a patrol car walk down the hill.
Oh, come the fuck on, guys. Come on.
Check on him. Go check on him. Go.
That's up. I'm not being paranoid, but keep moving around. Parking lot's right there, right? That's up and around. Okay, so it should be right there, and they're all, the guys that are down are all down at the...
There's a bowl up at the top there. It's probably where they're hiding.
Need more on here for garden up there? Okay, you guys good? Okay.
Make sure you guys point out that there's a trail right there.
Yeah, the other trail.
Hey, parking lot's that way. Keep eyes up on the hill. Just stay outboard up this way. Keep behind cover. The parking lot is right here.
Bro, you had all that time to describe the plan over walkie, and you, like, what? Bro, the whole way that we usually, whenever we're going to a fire, we are already talking about, like, plans of, like, attack on the fire itself, right? What are y'all doing? Holy shit, like.
I don't know where shots are coming from.
Let's move up here to this front car. At least we've got cover, because if it's coming in from up here, and they've got a trail up here on this one here. So I've got your back over here.
Like, they should have already made a channel for radio silence with all the SWAT members in the Bearcat itself, not to mention all the police officers, so that way they can discuss plan of tactics while they're driving. How you 17 minutes in and you just now talking about tactics? Time is lives.
While there's no footage from inside the Bearcat during the first rescue attempt, what happens next only makes the situation more dangerous, leading to a second rescue attempt later ahead.
There's
really?
All operators are moving.
The 2 deputies shot. Is that this? We don't
Fire.
Shots fired. Fox.
We're going.
Crap, jump in this car right here.
Yep.
Another shot fired. No, that's smoke. Smoke.
Oh, the deploy? Okay.
See? Smoke. So they deployed 2 smokes? 3 smokes?
They probably don't know where he's at.
They're calling for...
Well, I mean, obviously they don't know where the fuck he's at,
where
but
you at? Try and find that
I would
guy.
assume that he's probably moved by now.
I'm assuming. 2 Franks. So we've got...
Fuck! There's 2 dead.
2 Franks. So we've got 3 they're bringing out and 2 that are down.
Oh.
That's gunfire. You guys want to go
Go
up?
fuck his ass up. What y'all doing standing around? You got all those guns. Go fuck his shit up.
These are not armor.
Ooh, I can't see that. I can't see that.
I'm gonna watch down.
Cat's first push into the upper lot was met with gunfire. When it reappeared, it carried the surviving firefighters, including above, and crews still didn't know if more firefighters down to waiting medics. But the 2 battalion chiefs remained trapped above, and crews still didn't know if more firefighters were hiding in the brush. They would have to try again.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Hey, you guys need to take cover. Hey, we got movement. Hey, come back, come back. Hands up! Hey, grab that P.
There's more shots.
Walk this way. Walk to the sound of our voice. Come to the vehicles now. Walk this way.
Walk to the sound of my voice now. Walk this way.
This is the sheriff's department. Walk this way. Hands up.
Another person.
Quickly. Walk this way. Quickly. Walk this way. Hey, watch up on the hill. Hands up.
Hey, there's a high power.
What a dumbass, bro. Jesus.
Get down the hill, down the hill. Racky, come.
There was shots being fired from that direction.
Hey, he said high-powered gun. Stay behind cover. Do not.
You got shot at from up on the hill? Left.
It was definitely high. Yeah. Get down it, Mario.
Hey,
You're good.
Harvey, where are you at? Right here. I'm moving behind you because I have this. Moving.
Put him in the back seat of this car.
Yep.
Sounds like they're coming from over there. Yep. So I'm keeping an eye on the long road here.
Good. We have an unknown. There's a bit. We're not positive. Fire needs to get full accountability of who they got if they're missing anybody. If he starts shooting at us, okay, return fire as appropriate.
Hell no, mag dump that little fucker. Kill him. Fuck that piece of shit. Go shove grenades up his ass.
Drums down, dude.
Fuck no.
Give my jumpsuit. Go past you. I need eyes. Hurry up. Jump in. Let's go. You think you drill?
No.
See, what I want to see, hold on. Let me show y'all what I want to see. Scene in Patriots Day where the cop has his foot over the terrorist and he is being handcuffed even though he's dead. Scene of the first bomber being taken down in Patriots Day. It doesn't really seem like there's actually an image of this, huh? That's only 3 minutes. Is it this one? 4 minutes 19. This is what I want to see right here. This is what the fuck I want to see. This is what I want to see right here.
Quit smoking.
That's what I want to see right there. Bro been shot. He's been bombed and ran over. And there's a cop that has his foot on this fucker's back and he's being handcuffed. That's what the fuck I want to see. If he bleeds out, well, maybe he shouldn't have done it. Maybe he shouldn't have fucking done it, asshole. That's exactly what the fuck I want to see.
As the Bearcat moved toward the upper lot for its second rescue attempt, officers braced for the possibility of another attack. This was the only footage showing the ground where the ambush happened, and they were heading back in to reach the 2 battalion chiefs and anyone else who might still be pinned down or wounded.
Right now, we're just trying to recon where do you want me, Brock?
Oh, but his human feelings. Go fuck you. Fuck you. Put his ass in Guantanamo Bay where they give you cock meat sandwiches every day for food. That's what I think. You want to sit here and attack fucking first responders, motherfucker? Nah. Nuh-uh. I wouldn't be caught dead trying to save somebody's life like that.
Be careful if he's a shooter.
Let me see your hands. Come here right now.
Get over here now.
Shooters. Get in here right now. Stay.
I'd imagine a lot of firemen would say the same thing, too.
Get in here. Tell me. 5'9", white male, 5'9".
A lot of first responders.
All camo green.
Come on! Hurry up! Let's go, bud.
We're leaving your pipes.
There's a shooter. Let's go.
Any weapons on you? Frank, I can't tell. So I think Morrison's down right beside here.
I got 2. No movement, Jonesy.
They're in exactly the same spot.
One round right directly through the center mass, Jonesy.
Somewhere in this range. Guy in the passenger seat, center mass.
One looks center mass, one looks through the side window at his head. Jonesy, we got no signs of life.
Why haven't they put up the helicopters yet? I'm kind of surprised they don't have helicopters with thermals. Though it would make it a little difficult with the fire, but I mean, still, there's no way that AR is going to be able to hit that helicopter. You'd have to be one hell of a good shot. He's got to be close, dude. He's 20. There's no way this guy is worth the shit far away. He's got to be really close to the location where the first 2 battalion chiefs and the police were being shot at. There's no way.
I need the next armor to probably pull them out.
Yeah. Let me pull forward. We'll use the fire truck as secondary cover.
As close to that truck as you can, buddy. I need you to get closer to the fire truck because he's up high. You can shoot over it, bro.
Tell City to stand by on City Tap 1.
He's going to shoot as soon as we open these doors. Yeah. Don't back up, all right? I don't want you to back up into this dog. He's a cool dog. He's not going to bite you.
Let him
bike rider, come down the hill. Let's go. Grab that guy.
Where's he at?
Right on the side. Keep stop! Get in the truck!
Oh my fucking God, bro! Where do they get these guys from?
Get in the truck!
Get in the truck. Get in until we go around the corner.
Holy shit, dude, these guys need more funding and reform. Like, this is ridiculous. Holy shit. How is paramilitary firefighting, like, even more so established and put together than these clowns? Like, come on. What are we doing, guys?
We're gonna put these dudes in a patrol car. Get them in armor, get them out. I don't care about the patrol cars right now.
I'd rather just get in the car.
Bro, I tripped over something on the fire field once and got yelled at. Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell?
But it's going to be a cluster to get all these vehicles turned around.
Jesus.
We'd have to back down, and we already had one go off over the hill. It would be smarter to jump on the side of the Bearcat from where we know shots are coming.
We're clearing out of this place.
Yes.
There's no way that you're gonna be... Dude, that is the stupidest idea I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. We should jump on the side of the Bearcat where we know the shots are coming from. It's not like he hasn't had 20 minutes to fucking move.
We're gonna clear. How are we doing?
Where do you get these guys?
That's what I'm saying. They want to get us in a Bearcat.
The stupid school of stupidity? Like, what? Jesus. Send up the damn drones. You guys got drones.
Okay, are we backing down?
We're not going to go up and turn around. I know that.
Yeah.
So I like your intel. Let's get all the patrol assets out of there. However, I want to set up containment with them. So maybe we leapfrog one armor in place so that we can set, and then have the other one pull all the other officers and deputies that don't have cover up. I have intel on shooter. One of the fire dudes that we executed
earlier, 10 minutes before ambush.
Confrontation with a male.
Oh God, that's the footage of them just before they 2 men lost their lives.
5'9", round Ford Ranger.
Jesus.
Wearing all green. I need everybody to start working on identifying who that might be.
Once officers identified the shooter as Wes Rowley, investigators were able to legally ping his phone and watch for movement, but the signal never changed. Back to the upper lot one final time. There, lying face down in the brush, they found Rowley dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, with the same shotgun used in the ambush beside his body. In the aftermath, investigators determined the brush fire had been intentionally set by Rowley using jars of pesto found at the scene, an improvised accelerant. The fire he set grew to 26 acres, burning into Monday before crews finally extinguished it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Engineer David Tisdale, the third firefighter at the top of the mountain that day, survived a devastating gunshot wound to the back. The slug punctured his lung, broke ribs, and shattered his collarbone.
God damn, bro.
Able to move his lower body, he reached for his radio and made the call that warned incoming crews, a transmission that saved countless lives and would later earn him the Medal of Honor for his actions. Tisdale retired after 24 years of service and continues his rehabilitation process to this day. Also earning a Medal of Honor that day was firefighter Fritz Wiedenhoff, who made the emergency radio calls alerting incoming crews while pinned down above. 3 Kootenai County Sheriff's deputies were also recognized with the Attorney General's Medal of Honor for their actions, improvising a rapid plan in an unprecedented situation. Battalion Chiefs John Morrison and Frank Harwood were killed in the ambush. Morrison served more than 28 years with Coeur d'Alene Fire, and Harwood served 17 years with Kootenai County Fire and Rescue. Their loss leaves behind a community and family that will never forget them.
Man. That's the one thing you don't want. A commemorative coin. Man. I couldn't imagine, like, what this individual had to have in his mind. Because, like, you know those guys probably suffered before they died. Because, like, just hearing the gunshot wound of the shotgun shell that hit the cop that lived. Like, holy shit. Sorry fucking coward couldn't even stick around to face his own incident. That really sucks. Man, we gotta do something about these schizos that go around and do this kind of shit. Like, you know that he probably had a manifesto that he had online or something, right? He probably talked about this with people. Why did nobody report this? Nobody talked about this? You know what that family got out of this? You know what their families got? They got a fucking commemorative coin. Like, what are we doing? I guarantee you that, like, they were family men. They probably had a bunch of kids. Now those kids are not going to have a father. The community lost 2 great servicemen. For what? 20-year-old piece of shit? You know he talked about that to somebody. And they didn't say anything. Man. And it don't even matter that it's firemen either. Like it obviously matters, but like that could have been cops, firemen, EMTs, ambulance crew. You don't just concoct this out of thin air. He had it all planned out and staged. He had his phone on him, so he obviously had social media. Shit just pisses me off. We always got to be reactive. We can't be proactive with anything in this goddamn country. And that's the problem with this damn country. "25 years of service just to be remembered by a fucking coin."
Deputies were also recognized with the Attorney General's Medal of Honor for their actions, improvising a rapid plan in an unprecedented situation. County Fire and Rescue, their loss leaves behind a community and family that will never forget them.
Like, just such ass, bro. They need to bury that little fucker in an unmarked grave or something. It just kind of, it pisses me off to no end. Couldn't even go out like I gotta stop talking about this, bro. I'm about to say some shit that I'm gonna regret on stream that I'm probably gonna get banned for. I should probably roll up out of here anyway, because with how many times the firearms were shown in this, it's a matter of time before I see my suspension coming full circle. Let me get up out of here before I get suspended anyway. All right, guys. W stream, W chat. I'm gonna get off and go take some Tylenol and start editing out these videos now. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for showing up. W Midwest Safety. W, y'all awesome, bro. I'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Remember one thing, if anything that you've taken away from the day. Remember one thing.
If you resist law.
Life is like a dick. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down.
That's right.
But it's never hard forever. And it's also short. Anyways, our neon signs have a long service life. We operate.
All right, I'm rolling. Y'all stay safe out there. I couldn't leave on an emotional note. You know what I'm saying? I had to end on something good. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay friendly. Stay away from crazy people. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole life. You never know. I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Thank you so much, chat.
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness.